Thank you for the yay, Dak. That was my, oh shit, I forgot to unmute. Hello! Hello! Hi! It's Maya, it's me, hello! Here, I will replay that yay for you, Dak. I'll replay it for you because you deserve to have the yay. There you go. Yay! It's stream time. Yay, it's stream time. We gotta stream. We're gonna play 14. We're gonna play Final Fantasy XIV. How's our wonderful mama today? Mama is having a day. Mama's having a pretty good day, in all honesty. I'm still having some weirdness with my eyes due to all the pollen and everything. So today, I did the intelligent thing of not opening up all the windows in the house. I just used the air conditioning. Normally, I wouldn't. I like to wait until it's like further into the summer for that to save energy. But the outside is actively trying to kill me. And because of that, I must keep the house closed. Not tomorrow, though. Tomorrow, I might open them back up. I'm planning on doing some extra dusting, so maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it closed. I know I'm going out tomorrow, though. Right after work, I'm going over to a produce stand down the road. It's always really good stuff, so I really want to make it over because I'm doing grocery shopping on Saturday, I think. Either Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning, one of the two. But yeah. I'll be outside in the thick of it because the produce stand also sells flowers. So if I don't come back, if I disappear off the face of the earth tomorrow, you'll know what happened to me. My fam's stubborn on let's not use the AC, so we have almost everything open. That being said, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Half the time I blow my nose this time of year, and it's like, that's red. That should not be red. Uh-oh. Everybody knows, yes. If you never hear from me again, it was the flowers. Oh, man. But I'm good. Other than the allergy thing, I'm good, and I've mitigated it pretty well, so we're doing all right. Hello, unknown. Hi. But yeah, we're having a good day. We're having a good time. I'm super excited for Final Fantasy XIV time, and I need to be careful. So the last, 2 nights, I got way into the rabbit hole that is Infinity Nikki. Hi, it's Kage! And also, hello, Teeny, but Kage's the one talking to me, so I say hi to Kage first. Hi, Kage! Watching on mobile, nice! I hope you guys are having a good dinner. I hope you're having tasty food. I had tasty food. I made, so it was frozen ravioli, right? Just because it would be fast. But then also, I made this, wine and cream sauce to go with it with, garlic and onion and thyme and white wine and lemon, and it's good shit. It's good shit. I am not 100% sure I cooked the alcohol out all the way. I'm pretty sure I did. I just don't eat a lot of wine sauces that I myself make, and I always second guess my own cooking. Somebody else cooks something, I am there for it. No vibe check needed. I cook something, I am convinced I fucked something up until a couple hours later when no one has food poisoning. I'm like, okay, cool, I didn't fuck up. But I'm just convinced that I did until that point. I have a lot more confidence with baking than I do with savory cookery. I need to build my confidence there. I really do. Wine sauce? Yeah, it was a wine sauce. It was tasty. It was good shit. But I had that, and I had some bread, and I had some tomatoes because I did not feel up to making a whole salad. Mama gotta build her chef class. Yeah, I spec'd entirely into sweets. I spec'd entirely into sweet treats instead of, the food that I need to actually be healthy. They were tasty cookies? Yeah! I need to bake more things for my friends. I need to bake more things for my friends. I will sometimes. Not every year, it depends on how much time I have, but sometimes I will bake cookies for Christmas and send them to my friends. This past Christmas, I made bark and I sent it to people. Literally only Teeny and then Banana and Harmony because I had no time. Teeny's agreement, she ate all the peppermint bark. Good. Hi, Zahili. Hi. I ate some Shin Ramen for stream. Oh, isn't that the super spicy kind? Isn't that the spicy kind? I've reconfigured my drawing setup. Ooh. That's good. It's always good to reorganize. It's good to reorganize. That's nice. No, Bulldog? I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that is. I'm dumb American. Bulldog is the spice. Okay. Bulldog is the spicy stuff. Okay. That makes more sense. Literally gives you the spicy shits. Oh no. Protect yourself. Oh, but yeah, I need to make sure I go to bed relatively on time tonight because I've gone to bed like at or after midnight the last 2 nights. Simply because I fell down the Infinity Nikki rabbit hole because new patch. I've heard a lot of shit. Shin is a buttery ramen with a hint of chili. Ooh, that actually sounds tasty though. That sounds really good. But yeah, I fell down the rabbit hole with the 1.5 update to Infinity Nikki. The problem is last 2 nights and 1 stream bod night. Exactly. The problem is, unfortunately, there are a lot of issues with it. I've gotten very lucky and I haven't gotten hit with a lot of them due to a combination of how I play the game and pure luck. Like, I've seen a ton of screenshots of insane glitches. I've seen Mama has an addiction. I do, and it's to looking cute. But yeah, I've seen insane glitches that render the game nigh unplayable. I've seen how they've made it more predatory financially. I've seen the changes to the cash shop that I'm not a huge fan of. Lucky for me, I don't spend money. I'm a freebie. I'm a free to play. But also, like the previous game in the Nikki series, Love Nikki, that I've been playing for years at this point, is also, unfortunately, really predatory in that respect in terms of trying to get you to spend as much money as possible through FOMO, which sucks. It's not great. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll stick with it. Maybe I'll just get sick of this bullshit and stop playing at some point. We will find out. That decision is not going to be made today. But unfortunately, side effect of me playing the shit out of this patch is that I'm tired. The downside is I didn't go to sleep and then I had to get up for work, and now I'm getting hit with that day or two later when you haven't slept enough and you feel like shit. I'm getting hit with that a bit, so I need to make sure to actually sleep. But we'll get there. We'll do it. It'll be fine. But yeah. Speaking of things being fine, I have some fine friends. I got some fine friends here in the call. Let me make them a vizzy and foolishness of my own decision. Yeah. At any point, I could have said, "Hey, let's not do that," and I didn't. But yeah, I'm having fun with the game. I disagree with a lot of the decisions made as of this patch. I disagree with a lot of them. I can yap about that later if we want, but for now, we got friendos. Let's get the friendos.
Is that?
Hello.
Hello.
Because divisible by itself and 1, so 1 doesn't count.
Oh, are we
Yes.
talking about prime numbers?
Yes, we are.
Well, specifically, we're talking about MathBot, but yes.
I know what you mean. I remember that dungeon.
Did you know that if you actually clear the dungeon and then like warp back to the entrance and make your way back up to the arena, you'll still find him doing his little dance in the arena?
Really?
Really?
Yes, Easter egg in the second Evil East Alliance raid.
That's so
Once you-
cute.
Once you defeat Yasmat, his slash return to the beginning of the dungeon, make your way back through, and you will find MathBot dancing in his arena.
That's so cute. I love MathBot.
Sitting there dancing. That's hilarious.
I love MathBot while MathBot is not actively trying to kill me. How about that?
Or actively making you do math.
Yeah.
That too.
Alfie X Mihan, thank you so much for the follow. It is lovely to meet you, and I hope you enjoy your time here. Hi. How you doing? Oh, Cheese says hello to you both.
Hi, Cheese.
Hi, cheese.
So, you guys are doing good? You're doing well?
So far, so good.
Good. I'm glad. That makes me happy to know.
I got space threads now.
You do have space stuff. That is true. That is very true. I have not yet gotten to the moon. One day. That's like, do you have to be up to date with Dawn Trail to get there, or do you have to?
No, you just have to be past Endwalker.
You must finish the main scenario quest, Endwalker. So the last quest of 6.0.
Oops. Uh-oh. That's gonna be a while for me.
why I gave you the glasses now. It was going to be a minute before you could get them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay. Not sure if I'm right, but I've come to a conclusion of what happened Monday. I saw what you said about it, Cheese, but I am going to stick by my guns on this one. That wasn't your fault. That was just someone being a jerk for no reason.
What happened on Monday?
But while we were in waiting room mode, I wasn't sitting at my computer, so I didn't see chat. I was cleaning up from dinner. And while I was away from my computer and not seeing chat, someone was giving Cheese a ton of crap for absolutely no reason about him being excited and passionate.
Ooh.
I
Bonus to
agree.
people like that, Cheese.
I agree. So my personal opinion is that it was an unnecessary situation and it wasn't your fault. But if you are taking a lesson from it that does not dim your own light, that is perfectly fine and up to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me find this person. Sahili is down to throw down. Amazing.
Hi, Sahili.
Oh, I need to figure out how to let the emotes get super big in the chat boxes, because it's super big from what I can see, but not on the screen. What the heck? I want everyone to see Sahili's cute emotes. They're adorable and vaguely murderous.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Only vaguely, though.
Yeah.
Oh, comparatively speaking for a Twitch emote.
True.
Reasonably sized. Oh man, I should probably actually get into the game instead of yapping forever, shouldn't I?
Regular Twitch emotes, Nanamo. Sahili's Twitch emotes, Raubon.
Ah, yes, yes, I love that. I love that. Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh man. Okay. I took the setup off. Huh? What's up?
The chat box there on the screen. Come join us on Twitch Live and you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah. To the people watching the VODs, hi, I appreciate it. Join us live and you can yell at me. Please feel free to. I talk a lot. I need reminders to stop.
Yeah, well, there's not going to be a lot of that today because remember, no talking in the library.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
You don't want to get escorted out, do you, Maya?
No.
You don't want to get swarmed by the dapper mammoths, do you?
Hang on, I'm
Maya, like
considering.
there's dapper mammoths?
I have seen the dapper
Sign me
mammoths
up.
and they're adorable. I want to kidnap one.
Cough, cough, do Island Sanctuary once you finish Endwalker.
I'm so excited for Island Sanctuary! I have been hearing about Island Sanctuary since it was first announced, and ever since then, I've been like, oh my god, Animal Crossing and Final Fantasy XIV, gimme!
Island Sanctuary can be a tad tedious, but good lord, it gives a shitload of fun summertime glam.
Yes.
I can look cute!
Oh, definitely. You can also wear Daisy Duke shorts because they're the same on male characters, and I've worn them for lulls at times when clearing extremes.
I get booty shorts?
Booty,
Hey.
booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
Hell yeah. I can go from being the mom who shows up to your school in a school uniform to the mom who shows up at your school in booty shorts. Poor Alphino and Alice. They go through so much because of me. Hi,
Oh,
Stocky.
they're going through it
You're
because
probably
of
in the
someone
background
else
like,
right now.
Mom, stop it.
Literally.
You're embarrassing us.
Mom, stop dressing up like a student and trying to punch our dad.
Oh, wait. Where's Sharlayan? We got the inn here, and you've still got a couple of cutscenes to go through. I'm gonna go change and show off.
You should, absolutely. Hi, Stocky.
I
Hugs
shall
for
return.
You. Good. Hugs for you too, Stocky. Hello. Basically the hot mom. I'm not like other moms. I'm a cool mom. Okay, I should probably actually get over to the game because I will just sit here yapping with you guys for the rest of my life. Easily.
I'm not like other girls. I'm worse.
I am! In a number of ways. Wait, I am in the wrong spot. Shit. There we go. Let's make you guys a little bigger too, actually. There we go. There we go. thought something was off, and the problem was I didn't press a button.
Pressing buttons does help, Maya.
It does. It does.
Butter.
Speaking of buttons, I'm gonna press the minion roulette button. Let's see what vibe we have for the evening. Serpent hatchling! Our vibe for the day is adorable baby bird who is ready to throw down. It's like teenies here.
Aww.
That's precious.
Oh, I had to ban a bot. There we go. Good, good.
Be gone, bot.
Be gone, bot. Fitting for the Animal Crossing idea? Yeah. Actually, yeah, isn't that a thing where
All
you can put your
NPCs
minions?
are queens. Be gone, Dot.
Yeah. Hello, Frost. My young Viper in training is looking cuter than last time. Ow. Oh, you. Ow. Thank you. Hi, Frost. How are you doing? She is here. I am here. I'm here at the study session. Hey, look, it's Sahili. Get in my party. I'm kidnapping all of my friends. Harmony is off doing crafter stuff, so she is not with us currently, but she will be returning to school at a later time. Thank you for
Motto 2 is in the middle of a red alert on the moon.
Yes. Everyone is in the middle of crafting on the moon stuff, except for Sahili, who is here being a vibe, and Mystic, who is becoming thought.
This is going to be by the way, Cheese, this is going to be the closest we get to that thing that happened in the Discord a couple days ago.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Oop. Bump the button. Oh, here he comes. Oh, here he comes. I just saw
Lord,
the
he coming.
I just
I
saw
was
the
about
purple
to say
name
that.
slowly getting bigger. Oh, it even comes with a little thigh garter bandana. Oh no. with the heart-shaped staff.
There's only one thing for it.
Yeah, I have to do the Manderville. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
The truly insane thing is the fact that you're dressed like this in the Northern Empty.
You know what? I have a long story about something that's similar that happened in real life, and we don't have time for that because it was basically me just doing a for the lulz to help out friend Bob on a date.
Aww, that's sweet though.
Don't ask why it involved me wearing as little as possible.
It's okay. You know what?
We're not-
Wingmanning
don't
takes
worry.
many forms.
Motto, I'll tell you when she has to mute for a long cutscene.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I don't get to know the fun story.
No, you get to marinate in your curiosity until the stream's done, and then you get to go to bed with the thought in your head.
Also, Cheese cut himself off from complimenting the tits.
Man tits away!
All right, I need to
doesn't look-
actually pick up the next set of books. Where are my study friends? I can't keep being distracted by my friend over here being a Chippendale.
Wait. Boots and pants and boots and pants.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Oh God. Oh. Anyway, Ishtol is here and she found books. I'm so proud of her. You gotta love Mama's laughs. I am glad they're not super loud.
Although, in all seriousness, you really should Island Sanctuary grind for these shorts before you start Dawn Trail because they fit so well.
Yeah. No, I really want to play Island Sanctuary. I'm so excited.
It's a little laborious and tedious at times, but you know the glam is worth it, and so are the mounts you get from it.
Oh,
Yes.
I do not doubt. What kind of mounts do you get?
Motorcycles,
I want a motorcycle.
and also some of those giant. I can remember like the animate like cabbage monsters, or like the walking onion monsters, like the mandragoras,
Yeah.
Yeah.
things like that.
I want to ride on a sentient onion. What the? I gotta hurry through the plot so I can get to the island.
Yes, Cheese, we do love Mama's laughs. It's fucking adorable.
Yes, agreed.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you. But also, how dare you?
You saw what I'm wearing. You saw how very little I care and or dare.
There we go.
Anyway, that being said, now that the joke is over, I'm going to put some actual clothes on because it's cold and the nips are chafing.
That's fair. Well, wait, on what? What exactly are they chafing on, Mystic?
The air.
Damn.
It's very cold and very dry.
All right. Just gotta wait a couple minutes because I don't have enough time to do another quest. So I will wait a few minutes and see how many points I get and then spend them and not get the thing that I want to get.
I hope that you are able to get things that you want to get and that you get
I
lots
hope
and
so
lots of
too.
points. Oh, good. Ishtola made me her research assistant. Good, good.
17 hours later.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
I think I can manage the rest without your assistance. I've been freed.
It's like me helping my dad build a deck when I was 10. It's like once I was finished holding all the nails and everything, I could go inside.
Oh. See, I didn't have as much that problem because my dad is a computer dad. He's not a handyman dad.
Oh, so was mine, but this is one of those, you know, my mom said that if he built the deck, we could get a big screen TV, so, you know.
I see.
He's grinding for his own loot.
I mean, sometimes it's just like that. Oh, Graha's ignoring me. He doesn't love me anymore. I'm kidding. I updated the outfit color. It's so cute. You look so nice.
That one text box is the most horrifying thing Teeny has ever read in this game.
Literally.
Graha is too busy to notice you.
You try to get Graha's attention and he does not immediately respond. It looks so cute on you, Sahili. You look like the in the school anime where there's the one girl who's like kind of tough and she has like the longer Yankee skirt and she'll give you the huh kind of look, but deep down she's actually a softie and she likes cake.
No, geez, you're a great friend for that because that means forever your friend will remember. Yeah, he asked me to go pick him up some beer that one time and he turned it into a fucking side quest because he gave me a rapier afterwards.
I mean, that's a pretty good side quest. So is Tsundere? I mean, Tsundere can be part of it, but this is more the like rough and tumble bad girl who actually has a heart of gold sort of thing.
This is the student council president archetype.
Kind of the opposite. Oh, did I get a Sahili? Hi, Kyle. What about your studies? Did you find any books? I mean, I located them, and then I left the library before I get yelled at. I've already promised a knife to my best friend should her boyfriend propose. That is a fantastic engagement gift.
Are we sure it's an engagement gift?
Yes.
You need to be very careful with how you phrase, I'm going to give him a knife.
What's that you got there?
A knife!
A letter opener.
A smoothie. And I fully intend to give them a sword to signify their strength together. Again, fantastic wedding present. These are fantastic gifts. Yay. Okay. I mean, I did read the books. I just didn't bring them out here like everyone else did, and I feel a little silly about that. Go get some rest. I will.
I don't know. Based on your thumbnail, I think you really wanted to just stay in the library.
I just don't want to get yelled at. But yes, also, remove all the people telling me to do things, and I will live in that library.
Unfortunately, since you're not officially a studio member, you can't actually get a library card, so you're stuck to the first floor out of what appears to be 50.
But having fun isn't hard if you have a library card. I want found a library card.
Maya, you have to get it right. It's library.
I'll call it library if I wanna.
The berry of me from hell.
It's just a mini K-bar knife with CS:GO styled gold patterns, but personally sharpened. Ooh, fancy.
Nice.
Library, yes. There are many ways to say different words, and most of them are wrong, but that's okay.
Liberace. Wait, no, that's something entirely different.
That's a different word.
Linguini.
I used to pull off a convincing Linguini cosplay just by wearing a chef outfit because the dude looked exactly like me in high school.
Fantastic.
Pathetic facial hair and all.
Oh. I've only cosplayed a couple of times, but the first time I ever did, I was Edward Elric because I had the height. And I actually found a couple of hues at the con and a guy. So this is a little bit of a story. I found a guy while I was there who was dressed up as Jareth the Goblin King from
Dance, magic, dance.
yeah, from the movie Labyrinth, and I fucking love that movie. And dude looked amazing. Now I'm still in my Edward Elric cosplay. And I go over, I'm like, hi, if you're not busy, could I get a picture of you, please? Because honest to God, I was having a blast just taking photos of all the cool people. So I was like, can I get a picture of you, please? Because I really like your cosplay. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And I took a picture of him. He's like, do you want to get a picture together? And I was like, yeah, sure. I had a friend with me, and they were able to grab my phone and take a picture. And as we're getting in pose, he looks down at me, smirks, and goes, you know, you're a little short to be a state alchemist. Maybe you're a goblin instead. I go, fucking excuse me? And he starts laughing. He's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I normally cosplay Roy Mustang.
Tiny mini skirts.
Literally! Oh god, that dude was so nice. I saw him on the second day of the con with whoever the girl he was there with, who was dressed up as Sarah from like the ballroom scene with the big dress and everything. They were probably dating. I don't want to assume though. They both looked amazing and they were both super sweet.
My favorite bit of Labyrinth trivia is the accidental creation of the bulge. Because in that scene where he first appears, and then there's like very obviously the guy behind him under his cloak doing all the fushigi hand juggling.
Yeah.
At some point during all the takes, apparently he just felt so bad for the guy being stuck under there sweating, crouching next to his like
Dick.
waistline. Oh yeah, he just went off screen, grabbed a bowl of potpourri, and just dumped it down his pants. And that obviously created a lumpy bulge in front, and everybody behind on set just started laughing, and they decided to make that an actual part of the costume.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's fantastic. That's so fucking good. Oh my god. Labyrinth is such a fun movie.
It's so good.
It's so good. And yes, I do believe that is
Give
what we
your
watched.
everything to me, and I will be your slave.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm like 99.9% sure that the first ever Discord movie night, we watched Labyrinth because it's like one of my favorite movies from when I was a little kid. Hi, Mana.
Hi.
So I inflicted Labyrinth upon everyone who felt like showing up.
You can't inflict Labyrinth. You can only have people enjoy it.
True. Correct. Oh, man.
Thunder or lightning.
It's not fair. Oh, okay. I should actually. You know what? No. I need to check it. Graha is still.
He's still busy.
I'm sorry, Teeny. I can't get your boyfriend's attention. I don't think I've ever watched Labyrinth. Kage, you should watch Labyrinth. You should watch Labyrinth with David Bowie. Don't get it confused with Pan's Labyrinth. That is a very different movie. But David Bowie Labyrinth is once upon a time, a teenage girl had to babysit her baby half-brother, and she got real pissed off about it because she was a teenager and started quoting a play she likes because she's
a theater kid.
Because she is a theater kid. And then David Bowie appears and is like, hey, I'll take that baby. And she's like, actually, I changed my mind. He's like, not too late. You said the thing. Bye.
Nope. No backsies.
No
takesies, backsies.
No take backs. But I'll isekai you if you want to get him back. And then you're in Muppet Land, but like kind of fucked up Muppet Land. It's a good movie. It is a trip.
It's full of that Jim Henson goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I say Muppet, I mean Muppet. Jim Henson did the puppets for it. And
so you know it's good. You know it's good quality.
Mm-hmm. And I believe the puppet for Hoggle.
Oh, Hoggle.
Yeah, God.
If you get her to kiss you, I'll turn you into a prince. A prince? Yes, the Prince of Stench.
When we were little, my sister's favorite was Ludo, because he's big and he's fuzzy and he's friend.
Well, then your sister would like me.
But yeah, the puppet for Hoggle was like lost for a ridiculously long amount of time, like many years, in airport lost baggage. It was just
in airport lost baggage.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually gonna Google it because it's a really stupid story. They did end up finding him and restoring him. There we go. Yeah. It is currently on display at the Unclaimed Baggage Center in Scottsboro, Alabama. It was lost in transit and found years later in unclaimed baggage.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Which is
lost baggage. Some things never change.
Oh yeah, which is absolutely insane. That they would not only lose it, no one found it. And it's not with Jim Henson stuff. It's in an unclaimed baggage museum. But yeah, they had to completely reconstruct a good chunk of his face and part of the body because it had been sitting in unclaimed baggage for years. So it had started deteriorating because it wasn't being taken care of.
Something similar happened to one of the model Death Stars they used for filming, and wound up in some guy's backyard for years, just kind of being exposed to the elements.
Yeah.
It was either the Death Star or the model of the Nostromo from Alien.
Yeah, that's rough. In Warframe, the latest update, there's a character called Tempo with a flaming electric guitar theme and is directly inspired by David Bowie and is the first non-binary character in the game. I love that. That is fantastic.
Please tell me one of his moves is he strums a power chord and faces melt off.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Sorry,
I hope so.
they. I was still in Bowie land.
Understandable.
About that.
It is hard to get your mind off David Bowie.
Oh, it's better? I agree. I'm completely straight, and he's still one of those, oh my god, it's David Bowie.
I mean, that's just David Bowie. Rest in peace.
And also just David Bowie just on frickin' Venture Brothers.
That and Mama, has Mama ever watched Where the Wild Things Are? So I never watched the movie, but I did grow up with the book. That was a bedtime story for me when I was little.
The book is a staple of my childhood, to the point where I saw they were making a movie out of a 25-page picture book, and I was like, I don't think so.
Yep, same. Mm-hmm. I remember at one point I was talking to my mom about collectibles having a bit of a resurgence, because apparently my grandmother would collect little kitschy trinkets and things like that. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a huge thing right now. With and they added a step to it, so now you get a little box and you don't know what's in it until you open it. And she was like, oh really? And I was like, yeah, this one is super popular, and I showed her a picture of a couple Labubus, and she looked at it and goes, that's just from Where the Wild Things Are. And I went, I did not realize that until you said if you do it with the tempo of the song, it will amplify and do more damage. That is better. God damn.
Oh, goody. All of my atrophying Guitar Hero skills can come in handy if I finally dust off my goddamn Warframe account.
Oh, I have never been good at Guitar Hero. I tried. There is something about having to move my hands independent of each other where my brain just short circuits.
Yeah, I had a similar issue learning to play the piano when I had to do more than just chords on my left hand, and then it just got impossible for me.
I mean, I've told the story of why I left marching band in high school, so...
I did marching band for 1 year, and that was because my freshman year was the year that the band trip was to Hawaii, so...
Ah, yeah, I never went on a band trip. Yap? Oh boy, we get more yapping. Thanks, Dak. No, I never learned how to play guitar. I learned how to play the flute. I learned piano for a little bit. And I never got like actual singing lessons, but I was in chorus for a lot of school. Definitely in middle school I was. High school, I wasn't as interested because everything gets clicky in high school and I didn't want to deal with that shit. Cause fuck that. I did stay in drama club when I got to high school though, and that was a whole mess. That was a whole mess.
The best people were in drama in high school.
Not at my school. Unfortunately, the small town I grew up in, yapping is our favorite mini game, hell yeah. Unfortunately, the small town that I grew up in, you basically had a split where some people, like, their family was from the area, they like multi-generations, they work at or in a couple cases they own a small business in town, like on the main street or something, or your parents work at the big gigantic hospital that was slowly taking over the town. Yeah, so there's a little bit of classism where I grew up, unfortunately. And double...
Yeah, unfortunate is the word I was going to use.
Yeah. And lucky for me and my sister, my parents recognized this and actively, like, made sure to teach us, like, this is not a thing that, you know, is good for people. You shouldn't treat people differently based on, you know, what they have or what they don't have and things like that. Which we almost lived in the part of the neighborhood that was all the doctors' kids because my dad's an engineer. He made the money for us to be in that crowd, and luckily my parents made sure that we didn't fall into that. However, a lot of kids I went to school with, their parents did not do that. This didn't happen immediately because the first year and a half of me being, the first 2 years of me being at high school, we had a really good guy in charge of the drama club, and he was just as hands-on and involved with the actor people as he was with the stage design and stagehand people. He was, if you needed anything, he was there. He made sure that we knew how to project properly so we didn't need to rely on microphones. He made sure that even if you were, and this is what would happen to me because I was usually just like a background extra number 3 kind of role. And he made sure that even the people who had no name in the script still had a name for their character. We would have warm-up sessions where we would do our projection exercises where he would stand at the back of the auditorium and yell that he couldn't hear us until he could hear us crystal clear at the back doors. And then he'd come up and he would just walk down the line of us, picking people at random, like, what is your character's name? Why are you here? What's going on with you? And we'd have to come up with like an actual background and backstory for these random extra characters wandering the town. And he was really good. Yeah, he was really good and really passionate and cared a lot about not only making sure that, you know, we were all enjoying ourselves and also, you know, learning responsibility and all that. He also wanted to like instill a sense of pride in what we were doing. Which is, I'm away from keyboard, which is amazing for a drama club. That's the focus that the guy had. I loved working with that dude. He was awesome. The canon event for Mama's D&D obsession, yes. That and JRPGs. And unfortunately, he was not well liked by the administration because he was a very straight shooter. He gave a crap about the kids, and he didn't kowtow very much. So the second they saw a window to like get rid of him, where they could, claim something was a bigger issue than it was, and, because of documentation and everything, it actually would be documented that way, they could get rid of him, and then they did. And because he wasn't working at the school anymore, he wasn't allowed to run the drama club anymore, which was some bullshit when they brought in the new guy, and it was a literal heart surgeon. Didn't work at the school in any capacity, literally worked at the hospital as a heart surgeon. And I'm pretty sure they picked him because he brought his money into the program. Because the second he showed up, suddenly we all had mics. Well, not all. All of the principal people had mics. And wouldn't you know it, now that we have mics, no one is doing projection exercises anymore. And wouldn't you know it, now that this guy's here, he isn't really having anything to do with the stagehands and the behind-the-scenes people outside of yelling at them that they aren't doing well enough. And wouldn't you know it, he does not give a single crap about the background extras other than, hey, you are now free babysitting, watch my toddler. While I do stuff with the principal actors. And it wasn't great. This guy. Yeah, this is the guy who I've talked about before as being the every single show that he picked, he had to sob about on opening night because this show saved his life in high school. The man was a heart surgeon and peaked in high school drama club. It was insane. But unfortunately, that is when that's
whole ego for you though, Maya.
True. And unfortunately, that opened the door to the people who were not great to the people around them to really thrive, because suddenly they could suck up to this dude who has the ego and wants everyone to think he's the best thing in the world, and they will get all the good parts that they want. And that is exactly what happened. They started brown-nosing super hard, and immediately the vibe shifted. Because now it wasn't a matter of, are you willing to put in the work? It was a matter of, are you willing to kiss ass? The last show that I did in high school, my senior year, we did 2 shows a year, and the second show for the second part of the year, he literally told everyone that if they came to his house and helped him dig out his pool, he would do a showing, a viewing of the show we were going to do at his house. And all the kids who showed up and helped him dig out his pool, they got named roles. Very, very obvious favoritism. So unfortunately, not a lot of great people in my old drama club.
I'm very sorry that was such a destructive experience for you after that.
I very nearly left and didn't do drama club second half of senior year because I had other things to do and I was just tired of it. And he made a lot of big promises and he didn't fulfill any of them. And honestly, the only reason I stuck around for it was because it was the last show of my last year and it would look better on college transcripts if I stayed the whole time. So I did.
He didn't show up for the last show? I'm shocked, I tell you. Shocked.
Oh, no, he was there for the last show. I almost quit. I almost quit drama club and didn't participate in the last show. And I decided against it because it would look better on college transcript things.
I similarly, my high school drama thing got a lot more regimented shortly after I graduated, like more curriculum stuff to it, rather than just let's pick a show, practice it all semester, and then perform it at the end.
Yep.
So I'm very happy that I ended high school being freaking Genie in Aladdin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I have stories about that. The famous one being about how we tried the full body paint idea, and I got home and it looked like I had murdered Smurfs in my bathtub.
Oh no!
Blue grease paint from the waist up takes a little while to get off.
That'll do it. I didn't have anything that intense, but I remember when we had the original guy in charge, our very, very last show would be the gag show, whatever we were doing, where we would just do silly shit, and everyone knew it was an open secret. If you showed up for the very last show, it was going to be stupid, because that was the senior night, and if the seniors wanted to do silly things, they got to do silly things. And I remember when we did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that very last show, all of the Oompa Loompas, instead of our normal face paint, we did kiss makeup.
Nice.
One girl could actually do the Gene Simmons tongue, so she was Gene Simmons Oompa Loompa.
Insert joke about her being popular here.
She was actually an absolute sweetheart. She was a very sweet girl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Both can be true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. No, that was also the show where I cracked my head on the stage and it made a really loud noise, but it didn't feel like anything. So everyone was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like, I don't know why everyone's panicking. Literally. So for the gobstopper machine, instead of like making a set gobstopper machine, like a prop thing for it, we just had all of the Oompa Loompas that were not acting as Oompa Loompas in that scene make a human gobstopper machine where we would all do a different little thing and that would be the machine working. And I was the one at the end who would hand off the gobstopper. So I did a somersault, and when I came up, I would hold my hand out with it. And one night I go to do the somersault and I get the like back top corner of my head cracked against the wood stage. And we have floor mics. We didn't have like mics on people. We had floor mics. So that got picked up real loud. And it was very much one of those, the sound is a lot worse than the injury things. But I just hear the audience go, "Ooh." And I get backstage, and all the people still backstage are just like, "Oh my God, Maya, are you okay? Are you bleeding? What's going on? Do you feel dizzy?" I'm like, "That's wrong." I don't know what y'all talking about. They're like, "You need to sit down." I'm like, "I'm fine." We did a lot of really fun shows. It was funny because I have always been short, obviously. But one year we did for the fall play, because we would do a regular play in the fall and then a musical in the spring. So for the fall play, we did A Christmas Carol, which I adored the costumes from that. That was so fun. And I had grown a little bit over summer break. And I tried out, and it came to the first like big cast meeting and everything. And so the only role that hadn't been publicly announced was for Tiny Tim. And the guy in charge, he gets up on the stage. We're all sitting in the auditorium in the seats, and he's up on the stage. He's like, "Okay, so before we really discuss what's going to be happening with the show, we need to address the elephant in the room. We need to talk about Tiny Tim. I need Maya and I need this other girl to stand up for me, because I know you guys are here." And we both were like, "Okay, what the heck?" We both stand up. Now, we were both known as the short girls. We were the two shortest girls in the ensemble. And this man is just like, "The two of you screwed me over. You grew over the summer, and now I don't have a Tiny Tim." So that was his way. This whole meeting was his way of announcing, "I know we normally don't do this, but because our two short people grew a little too much, I contacted the like Catholic school that handles like elementary through middle school that's right down the road, and one of the students there is going to join us and be our Tiny Tim."
Talk about growing pains. Am I right?
Literally! That would have been my break into having a named character in the fucking drama club, but oh well.
God damn you, human growth and development.
Literally, you just had to grow. He almost said that word for word. "I'll see you when you get back, Sealy." Yeah, no, that was
Is this why that extra half inch is so important to you when discussing your height?
Yes, because it screwed me.
Oh dear.
Mama's the Charlie Chaplin of her life. Things just happen to me. Eventually, you just go, yeah, no, might as well. And yes, thank you very much for letting Dak know, Ginger. I'm scrolling back up through chat now. And I will tell you because I do have it written down.
Because is your theme song, is that commissioned or is that royalty free something you found?
I got that shit off of YouTube.
Okay.
It is. Oh, is it not actually down there? What the fuck? Did I forget? No, it is. It's called A Little Story. It is by Kei Morimoto. I have the Dova Syndrome site link there with it as well. If you can just copy paste that into the link part of your browser. I will say, if you need background music for pretty much anything, Dova Syndrome is a fantastic website. And this person, Kei Morimoto, makes very fun, catchy music that I really, really like. So, that's my intro song, my BGM. And it's really good, and I really like it. I'm glad that you guys like it. There's a drama movie about a Chinese prince trying to expel demons from his kingdom and a skin-stealing witch. That is horrifying. Oh, God. Yeah. So that is the name, and then if you scroll down below the stream itself, Dak, you should be able to see that. It just isn't hyperlinked is all. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good website. It's a good creator. Support. And the nice thing is that a lot of Dova Syndrome music has a thing saying you can use this for stuff. Just, if you make a crap ton of money, royalties, please. And I'm making not a crap ton of money. Otherwise, if I was making enough money to have to pay royalties, I would just reach out to the artist and say, hi, can I commission you, please? That's how I feel about that. I wish I had the money to commission more people. God. Oh, we're getting coffee with Alice. All right, we're going to the shitty food place and getting coffee.
Oh no, the good food place.
Oh, that's right. The Last Stand has actually edible food. I forgot about that.
The Last Stand has taste. And not bile.
Yep. I guess we're not the only people doing fancy reading things out here. Except for this guy. This guy, I think, is are you taking a nap? Are you taking it? No, his eyes are open. I'm gonna walk away. I thought he was sleeping. I'm out.
It's really hard to tell on male hour owl sometime.
It's very angular, and there's nothing wrong with that. Well, are we buffering? No, we're okay. Okay, we're good. Lag spike? Okay. Yeah. It's not as bad as it was when I would multi-stream, but I definitely think it's something to do with my encoding settings. If Twitch VODs paid anything, Biggie would have made you rich. If Twitch VODs paid better, I would be making myself rich as well. I'm not above saying I would increase my own watch time. No, I think I just don't have enough followers or subs, sorry. I don't have enough subscribers, whatever you call it, on YouTube specifically to monetize, so. No monetization for me on YouTube yet. Maybe one day. If Twitch paid per interaction, Mama would make a minimum 1K a year. That would be pretty sick. Not gonna lie, that'd be pretty cool. Money is nice. In this economy, money is nice. Before we place an order, let's ask some questions and get a mood check. Oh, we got a vibe check. Okay. I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Telophoroi. I'm willing to bet that most average people don't know anything about it. That's my bet.
Prepare to restrain your face-punching tendencies.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I'm here with Alice, and we will egg each other on for this.
No. Don't worry. She has a wonderful line in just a moment.
Oh, yay. No, I mean the face-punching tendencies, because Alice also has that. So,
Also, yes.
unfortunately, the person holding me back will only be doing so to get ahead of me for punching.
No, it'll be like that bit from Lion King 1.5, where it's like Timon's like, Pumbaa, hold my tail. Let me at him. Let me at him. Okay. No. Hold the tail. Let me at him. Let me at him. Okay. Pumbaa, I think you're missing the point here.
No, see, I see it more as, let me at him. No. Let me at him.
Rochambeau, best 2 out of 3. Whoever wins gets at him.
Yeah. Go for the legs. Oh, man. There's always that itty-bitty dark side of commissioning lewd artists for the funny. No, I get that. I understand that. Same. Me too. One VTuber I know is safe for work and doesn't engage in 18+ behavior, but does like to goon and give it to the community. That, you know what? I feel like that's me. I do enjoy a nice anime titty from time to time.
Hey, Maya.
Yeah?
I got good news and bad news.
Okay.
The bad news is I was not subscribed to your YouTube channel.
Oh,
But the
that's
good news is I'm now subscribed.
Thank you! That's so sweet, thank you!
Yeah,
You're
I got
welcome.
I got good news and bad news too. The good news is you can join the club about enjoying the good anime titty from time to time. The bad news is I ran out of t-shirts.
Shit.
Whatever are we to do now?
Don't worry, I got a guy for that.
Oh.
Well, you know, it's nice to know people.
Uh-oh. And this woman is obviously a foreigner. Oh, no. Are you talking shit about my newly adopted daughter? Oh. Oh. Urge to throw down. Rising. The VTuber in mine got thrown hentai art and then said, "Here you go, community, enjoy." You know what? I'd probably do the same thing. Don't believe I've had the pleasure. Hi, it's me. If it isn't the young Miss Lavillier, oh god, everyone knows them. I work in the offices, and if your dad heard, oh no, she works for Alice's dad. Okay, that one is less of a punch and more of a, this is just a fucked up situation. Other guy, though, that's a punch. That's a deckin. Hello. I'm here to harass the staff to tell me their political views. Oh no.
Hello there, Richard Son.
Uh-oh. Okay, positive reaction to Alice's presence. That's good. That's a plus. We're moving positively. Crazy name. Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna mention it, but you're right. Thank you for the head pads, Dak. Oh. I will meet him. I don't think I should say his name in front of everyone, Alice. Oh, thank you for the bald motto. There's been gossip about your father disowning you. Are you okay? Oh, man. Unfortunately, y'all famous. Have you heard anything about the final days?
Fellow good boy Richard atop.
Yeah. Well, wish there's more I could do to help. Well, clearly what we have to do is put out 2 tip jars and have one of them be labeled the Talofaroi or bad and have the other one labeled the Talofaroi or okay. And then whichever one gets more tips in the jar, that's how the people feel. That's how they do it on social media.
we got one for Amber Heard, one for Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Or based on what I hear happening in the VTuber space recently, one for Cinder and one for literally everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's just a fucked up situation. I know I haven't
Yeah.
talked about it a whole lot just because I am not personally involved and I don't think it was my place. But I will say, if I never get big and become like a major content creator that can do this full time instead of working a normal job, if that never happens because I'm not willing to do the kind of shit Cinder got outed for doing, that's okay with me. I am not willing to treat people like that for any reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for giving my hair back, Corey. Oh, and we have a model swap. Okie dokie. And a boop. And get them head pats back on. And there we go. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Corey. Hi, it's good to see you. How you doing? I am a visitor to Sharlayan. I don't go to school.
I mean, I'm a visitor until Sharlayan accepts my application.
I'm a visitor until I pay the entrance fee. If one day Mama fell to darkness and we found out it'd be the end of my VTubing interest permanently, it would be the end of mine too. Like, there's no coming back from that shit. If you are going to be that
Give
awful,
yourself
there
to the dark side.
literally, if you're gonna do that stuff, you're done. In my opinion, you're just done. There is no coming back from that. However,
Because
Huh?
at that point, it's not about the community; it's about the brand.
it's about the brand, it's about the relationships, it's about trust, and you can try to rebrand if you want to and try to come back as somebody else, but the second people recognize your voice and put two and two together, it's just done all over again, which is unfortunate. But
I've been there, Corey. I know that feeling.
same. Start working at 6 a.m. and waking up at 4 to make it on time? Yeah. Hate to break it to you, but she's already fallen to the darkness. Who, me? Me? Nah. She's an Eagles fan.
Oh,
Well, Maya, you also have to remember you are friends with Teeny,
I
and
am.
nothing's more dark than that.
That is true. But also, Dak, being an Eagles fan does not mean the dark side. How dare you? No, I'm kidding. I'm a person who has been used before in monetary and relations. Same. I have also been taken advantage of at various points in my life. It's not great. It's not good.
same.
Yeah.
I second the feeling, or third, I guess, at this point.
It's not good. It's not ideal. I'm the purple lightsaber of the dark side. Oh, fuck yeah. I get to be Mace Windu. I want to be Mace Windu.
You use Vapod? Cool.
When sports make no sense. Corey, all you need to know is that the Eagles are fantastic and Dak is wrong.
Corey, my advice to you is there is a T-shirt where the logo is like in the form of like that baseball font, and it just says "Go local sports team and/or college." Just get yourself that shirt.
Yep, go Eagles. There you go, Corey. There you go. For just not even you did it wrong. You're doing great. The traditional calling is "Go Birds," so you know, for later. if ever I say "Go Birds," first of all, birds in general, fantastic creatures. Second of all, "Go Birds" is the Philadelphia way to cheer on the Eagles. Literally, I remember around Christmas-ish time, like a couple weeks before Christmas last year, me and my family were in DC visiting my sister. And me, my sister, her boyfriend, my mom, and my uncle were all out at a restaurant just hanging out for a little bit after lunch.
Like you, and I'll say.
Yeah. And this older dude walked past, and he just so happened to be wearing an Eagles hat because the next day was an Eagles game. And all 5 of us see him, and without missing a beat, just go, "Go Birds!" And without missing a beat, the guy like half turned around. He's still leaving the restaurant, goes, "Go Birds!" and leaves. And we're like, yeah, we made a friend. It's just the call of the Philadelphian. We're both hated by
deal with the fact? How do you deal with the fact that your city gets destroyed every time your Eagles have a presence in the Super Bowl, win or lose?
I'm not there, so it's fun.
I know, but how do you feel about it? But it's fun. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it is entertaining so long as
Or
nobody
your team
gets
is the
hurt.
city, I should have said.
Yeah.
Your team's a city, I should have said.
Yeah, that's how it works. My view is that as long as everyone is just having a good time and nobody's getting hurt, I'm cool with it. Property damage is not good. Don't, wreck somebody's car or break into somewhere. But just be safe. Have fun. Have a party. It'll be fine. I think it's very amusing that the people responsible for, keeping the streets clean and everything, when there's going to be an Eagles game, they have to put Crisco on the light poles. Literally have to grease the poles because people will try to climb them. And you know what? Even though they grease the poles, people still climb them. People still get on up there. I remember seeing a video after a really important game one year where the Eagles had won, and some dude, no shirt, barely pants, cowboy hat that was Eagles themed, so not for the Cowboys, just cowboy shaped, climbed up a light pole and just started throwing Jello shots into the crowd. It was amazing.
Climbed up with Jello shots.
He had a bag. He had a shopping bag full of little.
No, I know, but that means one of his hands was busy, or he was nestling it in his elbow, creating weight on a greased up pole.
Well, it's a shopping bag, so it was over his arm, and it was full of those little salad dressing cups you'll get that have the lids.
Yes, where you can buy them in bulk specifically for this reason.
Exactly. So he had just a shopping bag, climbed his way up the pole, got himself situated where he could kind of straddle the top part of it, because it was for the street lights or something.
Of course.
The stoplights or something. And then just started flinging Jello shots into the gleeful crowd. It was great. I wish I had been there. Except no, because I'm small and I got a bad knee and I'd probably get crushed. But I respect the vibe.
And Corey's little story in chat is reminding me, I think it was a year or two ago for Mother's Day, the San Diego Padres changed their Twitter handle to the San Diego Madres. And on that day, somebody else snatched up San Diego Padres
No!
and held it hostage for
ransom.
ransom.
That's such a cute idea, though. Oh, that sucks.
They eventually got it back. I don't know if there was any actual money involved or if the guy was just kind of enjoying his Mother's Day joke on the entirety of the San Diego Padres.
I think he was probably memeing. I hope, at least.
Kind of my favorite meme is understanding language, which means that the Los Angeles Angels, if you translate it, means the Angels Angels.
Yep. And it's fantastic. Oh, yeah, Seahawks with sea chickens is
It's
great.
the moon of sports teams.
Yeah! We're hated by everyone else's team, so I guess we're both on the dark side. As far as the rest of the country is concerned, yes. But then also we fight each other. I remember the last Super Bowl where it was Eagles versus the 49ers. Everything I saw online was just can both of them lose? Can an asteroid hit the stadium and get both of them?
Was any of that based on the actual teams, or was it most of it based around Taylor Swift?
So the Taylor Swift stuff was bullshit to begin with, but basically it was for the Eagles side. People just don't like Eagles fans. In general, people think Eagles fans are obnoxious and rude and annoying, and nobody likes them, to the point that an actual chant the last few years for Eagles fans, which the team, I think the team is who started it. They may not have started it, but they definitely got it very, very popularized, is they hate us, we don't care. That is a common chant for Eagles fans, because people just fucking hate us because we're obnoxious and we don't shut the hell up.
To be fair, I raise you Cisco greased light poles.
I'm not saying we're not obnoxious. I'm just, people are mean about it. And then on the 49ers side, yes, there's the Taylor Swift stuff, which it's not her fault. It's not the team's fault. That's the networks pushing that shit. Thank you for the hydrating.
Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah, but you know what? You could have looked at it from the viewpoint of, this is bringing people into football that would not have otherwise been interested even a little bit. So I think that's a win. I think that's a net positive. Oh, stretchy. Thank you, Corey. Let me take a sippy. But part of it was the Taylor Swift stuff, just because the networks were so annoying about it. But another part of it was Patrick Mahomes being quite literally everywhere. He was on he was on every ad, he was on every talk show. He came across as very arrogant, which did not get him any points really with a lot of people. So on the one hand, you have the team that people are super annoying around them, and then you have the team where the main guy is being super annoying and also shoved down your throat constantly.
Like Tom Brady.
Like literally, people were calling Patrick Mahomes the next Tom Brady. And not in the he's good at his job way, in the Jesus Christ, I'm sick of this guy way.
The next Tom Brady, parentheses derogatory.
Yeah, literally. And I feel bad for the guy because he was very good at his job. But the last Super Bowl was also the Eagles fans were extra annoying because the last time, like a couple of years prior, we had hit the Super Bowl, it was against the 49ers and we lost. So the Eagles were extra annoying.
Revenge mode.
Literally, the city of Philadelphia went revenge mode about Kansas City. So people were even louder than normal. People were even more obnoxious than normal. So that pissed everybody else off more than normal. It was a good game, though. That was a fun game to watch. I had a good night that night. Oh, man. But yeah, Cowboys are widely disliked because they literally call themselves, and I say this as the team does this, they call themselves the American team, as in this is the team of the US of A, and it's like, my guy, there are so many other football teams, what the fuck?
There are other football teams in fucking Texas, my man.
Exactly. So it's another perceived arrogance thing. You know how people get when people are super loud about feeling themselves. It's a lot of that. But yeah, Cowboys and Eagles especially will go to war against each other at all times. It is on site. Are you the shortest of your family? If so, who is the tallest? I am not the shortest. The shortest is my mother. And my dad is the tallest, yes. So my mom is 5 foot even. Not even an inch above 5 foot. She is 5 foot even. My dad is fairly average height, but obviously he is taller than that.
Define average height.
I don't know. I remember being a kid and being like, "Wow, Dad's tall," and he's like, "Not really. I'm pretty middle of the road." I'm pretty sure he's under 6 foot. I mean, he is under 6 foot.
I dwarf your entire family.
Yeah. No, I'm just bad at estimating height and stuff. No, he's like relatively average. I believe he's a little under 6 foot, if I'm remembering correctly. I am, as stated before, 5 foot 1.5, and then my sister is a bit taller than me, which pissed me off to no end when we were kids, because I never got the growth spurt. You know how people will talk about sometimes getting a growth spurt and just being taller very suddenly? I never got that.
Yep.
One weekend when we were in like high school or middle or high school, we had dinner, we hung out as a family, did the stuff in the evening that we did. My sister went to bed, and then the next morning, it was a weekend, and she came downstairs and she was noticeably taller. It wasn't even maybe. It was what the fuck happened to you overnight?
It was a, God damn it, we were gonna cast Tiny Tim sort of growth spurt.
Yeah, and I was just so mad because I'm like, what the fuck do you mean my baby sister's taller than me? And my dad was like, my younger brother's taller than me. I don't want to hear it. And anytime my sister or I would complain about being on the shorter side, my mom would just shrug and be like, I don't know what to tell you. I got nothing. I could not assist in this situation. I'm sorry.
I can't relate.
No, not even an I can't relate, just an my genetics. I'm sorry, this is my fault probably. Oh, but yeah. In my family, you can't really turn your back on the team that let you take a photo, either their mascot and the predator from the OG film. That is very important, yes. Mom is the medium on the family. She min-maxed, but focused on the okay.
Don't worry, Maya. The piggyback offer from several streams ago is a standing offer.
Oh, I'll remember this. My brother is 6'5", I think. Damn, God. Well, Kage is also tall. Kage is tall, girl. It's hard to believe Mama would only be up to my chest at the top of her head. Yeah, I'm a short bitch. I'm a shorty pants. And Kage is about 5'11". Kage is tall. And then Teeny is 5'2". Yeah, Teeny and I are about the same height. We're pretty close. We're pretty close. I could bench press Mama. I'm pretty sure bench press is more about weight than about height.
No, it's about distribution and stability of the load. Because I've tried bench pressing a smaller person before, and it's not, the human body is not balanced that way.
Nah. And the person has to be able to, like, stay stiff and not wiggle around. That's
what I'm talking about, the stability of the load.
I see now.
And especially since women tend to be a bit more top-heavy, shall we say.
Yeah. I wonder why.
I'm sure there's a genetic reason for it.
Yeah, it's probably something. Okay, Lobster goes to the cat boy. Omelet goes to the lady sitting by herself near the cat boy outside. And then there's a tea set going...
It goes towards the people by the water.
Yeah, tea set to the chatty group by the water. Okay, I so got this. Okay, my food service mind is kicking back in. Food service brain is kicking back in. Oh, it just tells me which table to go to in what order. Well, then I can just remember the order of the food as I was told. Easy. Women are considered top heavy, but you'll never see a man bottom heavy. Well, you see, huh?
There are men considered bottom heavy, but it's also phrased as pear-shaped. I have a friend like this.
Yep, pear-shaped body types are a thing for men and women and everyone else. Mm-hmm. Beer belly, that's middle. That's in the middle.
Yeah, like I've got a beer belly. That's about the extent of my thickness.
I also have a bit of a tum, which is something I've been trying to work on for a while, but wouldn't you know it, the stomach is the most difficult area to lose fat in.
Yep.
When I was working out a lot more regularly, I haven't been last week or this week because I've been like doing chores and keeping the house clean instead because normally there are multiple people to handle that and it's just me.
And dressing up pretty people in games.
But I spent like a year and a half working out like very regularly and doing things that are supposed to be for shrinking belly fat. And I checked, and guess what? I didn't lose weight in my stomach. I lost weight in my boobs, and I was so upset. Motto's YouTube sub finally came through. That's so slow. I'm sorry, Motto. Thank you again.
That is okay. No problem.
Oh.
Shame on me for not having subscribed to you before.
No, absolutely. I am not in the business of guilting people for not following or subbing. Absolutely not.
But I'm your friend, Maya. I have to show my support.
Well, I support you.
Yay!
Yay! I'm being a waitress. Okay, they have not heard of the Telophoroi. I am unsurprised because if the people in charge are trying to not get anyone involved in that shit, they would not let normal people know. Especially not college students who traditionally like getting involved in current events.
And also, aren't the Telophoroi Xenos, Fandaniel, and everybody they've tempered with their towers who aren't exactly running podcasts?
Yeah, I don't know if they have anybody else working with them that isn't sundered or on like part of the Garlean military. Which the Garlean military might, I'm not sundered, tempered. The Garlean military might all be tempered. Speaking of. I would prefer a brawn build since I'm more boxy than I am slim. I feel like I'm kind of boxy. I'm not sure. I also wear a lot of baggy t-shirts for comfort, so. Right now, like that's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing a baggy t-shirt that I actually got as a gift. And it says cross-stitching because stabbing people is wrong.
One again?
Yeah, well, I just like it. It's comfy. I am a serial outfit rewearer. I have a washing machine. I'm gonna fucking use it.
No, I know. I have a t-shirt that's from frickin' 2011, and I know because the frickin' date is on it.
Yep. I don't have as many, like, old baggy t-shirts as I used to. But yeah, I've been slowly working on updating the wardrobe. I did a lot last year. That was my birthday gift. And also the let's get your mind off of your horrible breakup gift was getting a new wardrobe, like replacing a lot of my clothes.
That's a good way to do it.
Oh yeah.
My big concern with updating my wardrobe is I love Be Funny t-shirts, but goddamn it, do they all have to be on black t-shirts instead of light colored ones?
Yeah, exactly. All the fun screen printed shirts are dark.
I would love black text on a white shirt instead of the other way around. The joke is just as funny.
I will say, Uniqlo does a lot of collaborations with different things. Like they had a Final Fantasy XIV collaboration like last year or so. And they will have both black and white shirt variants of a lot of their screen printed stuff.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. And their prices aren't too terrible, and me personally, I like how their stuff fits. It's very comfy.
Right. There's also this website that I occasionally remember exists, tshirthell.com, which has all the fun, inappropriate curse word t-shirts. It's fun to go through. But occasionally they have something like they had one that like I'm who I am, and even I felt offended by it.
Oh no.
Here's the thing. I'm not even that really. Would you like to hear a description of it?
Maybe later. If it's that bad, Twitch might get mad about it.
You know what? That's fair. I'll tell you also when I tell that story I told Mata. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
tell Mata.
Sounds like a plan. Hi, Solar. I am working in the student cafe. I got a job. Unfortunately, being the Warrior of Light doesn't pay great.
Actually, she's an undercover reporter, and this is her undercover job.
Yeah. I like hoodies. Hoodies are great. Hoodies are nice, but I get overheated easily, so I have to wait for a certain temperature range to wear hoodies.
I just got I got a new hoodie. I got a new, Venom hoodie.
Ooh.
And the hood actually has teeth on it.
Nice.
It's adorable.
I love that. That's so cute.
Yeah, for me, hoodie weather is the month of January and a couple of weeks on either side of it. Because Georgia.
Yes. Oh, this lady is so excited about her omelet. I'm happy for her.
Also, what the hell is that thing on the table?
Looks like a fancy lunch set.
No, I mean, like, what's it sitting on, though? It looks like someone brought a giant-ass briefcase.
I mean, it could be a box lunch kind of thing. Like, that's the serving tray where it has a spot for all of the different items.
There's no handles on it.
That's a lot of box for that lunch.
I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with ideas.
Interesting flex, Dak.
Dak, I don't know how. I would die. But yes, to Cheese's joke, I do get hot quickly and easily. I'm the person who was used as a space heater by my friends when it would be cold out.
Me too.
Yup. 'Cause I swear, I'm like a thermos. I take in a lot of heat and it just sits in my body and does not go away for an extended period, which is great when it's only a little chilly, and then I feel kind of comfortable. It's not great when it is hot as balls and humid, and then I feel like I'm dying.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because this is how it works for me.
Yeah.
Does the thing happen where that happens to every bit of your body except your feet, which gets cold really fast and then stays that way?
That will happen to me if I'm lying down.
Okay.
Like I'll go to bed and be like, oh God, it's too hot to sleep. Why are my feet cold? I'm a beanbag. That is adorable, Cheese. Cuddle piles are important for friendship.
I've never found myself in a situation to test that. It's basically just been big group hugs at college parties.
That's fair. That's like a standing version of a cuddle puddle.
Yeah, fair. Or a con glomp.
Yeah, oh God, the glomp. The glomps. I will say I'm glad that we have moved past the glomp era of fandom. People got hurt.
Thing. COVID happened.
Well, we were kind of moving out of that before COVID as well.
Also true.
COVID just put the nail in the coffin. I did feel it was one of those things where it's just like, oh no, but also that's adorable. When I was in like middle school and I was first getting into anime culture, and this was, God, I'm old. This would have been like pre-2010, so let me see. I graduated high school 2012, which means I started high school 2008. So this would have been 2006, 2007 area, probably. I had just gotten into my manga and anime culture and stuff. And one of my friends at the time was an absolute sweetheart of a girl. Just so kind, so sweet, such a good person. And she knew that I was into that stuff, but she wasn't as much. It was one of those, I'm happy for you, but that's not my thing kind of things. But I would mention fandom terms when we were talking about stuff that we had going on. And one day I mentioned glomping. I forget the context that led to that. And she goes, oh, what's glomping? And I go, oh. And at the time, I didn't realize that people were full on fly tackling people and calling it a glomp. So I gave her what I thought the definition was, which is a very hard and aggressive hug. And she went, oh, okay. And from that point on, every so often when she would see me, she'd go, Maya, glomp, and like hug me super, super hard. And I'd be like, I love you.
It was a more innocent time.
It was. She was so sweet. And then eventually I learned what people were actually doing for glomps. And I was like, oh, I regret teaching her what this is now. But yeah, she was a sweetie pie. I'm pretty sure she's married now. I haven't talked to her in a long time, sadly. We went our separate ways after high school, like a lot of people.
It happens.
It does. I love the baby chocobo. Me too. He has a helmet. He's ready to throw down. My aunts and uncles like to have me take care of their kids at parties because my natural size is more comforting. That's adorable, though. I have a similar experience with kids. I've always been good with kids. I'm like, I always thought it was because I'm short and willing to be silly. So I'm closer to their heights, and I'm willing to just be goofy with them and just get on their level with what they're talking about and stuff. So kids are just like, okay, this lady's chill. So I babysat for a lot of height. That was like my main job, pre actually entering the workforce when I was old enough to do so as a teenager. I would babysit a lot. I think some of the kids I babysat liked that I was their recurring babysitter because I would play chase. As in, I would either chase the kids around or more often let them chase me around as long as they wanted. And it worked out for me because it tired them out. And then I had less to do.
I was in a similar situation, and then it's like one time where it's like, yeah, it's been like 2 years since I've seen my cousin. Let's go behind and give him a hug from behind. Not knowing that he'd been taking martial arts classes, so he fucking suplexed me.
Oh, no. Oh, God. That's not good.
I was a little bit more careful going forward, but now I'm the favorite in Cousins because since I'm tall, I can actually pick people up and give them a little bit of like a back crack type situation.
Oh, that's the best kind of hug, when it realigns your spine.
Uh-huh. You just hear that unzip.
Oh, it's so nice.
Oh, it hurts so good.
Yes. Well, because that's always where the tension is, and you can't easily handle it on your own, you know?
Correct. It's like, I'm willing to bet that the rack, the medieval torture device, that there is a 2-inch range on that thing that feels amazing.
Where it's just that scene from The Incredibles.
Yes. Or his back cracks. He's like, oh,
yes.
And then he can actually move again.
Oh,
like,
God.
I want that.
Me too.
Like, I want something between that and the incredibly violent chiropractic from Dark Knight Rises. Yes, your vertebrae is out of alignment. Hold on a second. Punch.
I
okay,
mean,
now hang here till you can walk.
I mean, I'm sure my back is out of alignment. I sit horribly.
Oh, I legit have scoliosis. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah, I am not that bad.
If I get my back straightened out, I'll probably be 6'3".
Yeah, I don't have scoliosis. I just slouch.
I have minor curvature of the spine, but scoliosis is faster.
Yeah.
And also funnier to say because one time I accidentally was remembering a joke from a freaking Jeff Dunham stand-up and I called it poliosis.
Oh,
followed
no.
Followed by Ahmed's, help, I'm twisted and I can't get up.
Oh, simpler times.
Remember when we could laugh at things without people going, actually.
Remember when we didn't have constant 24/7 access to people's most immediate thoughts?
Yeah, I remember when, like, everybody was stupid, but we didn't have a way for it to be on display.
Yeah. Remember how the only way to know if someone was an asshole would be to actually get to know them on a personal level?
Remember LiveJournal?
God, yeah, I remember LiveJournal.
Remember having to memorize your friends' phone numbers?
Oh, that was always hell for me because I'm just bad at remembering numbers. I'd have to have people write things down. Remember having to tell your family that your friend was going to call you so that no one else would be on the phone?
Remember timing your internet around planned phone calls?
Remember someone picking up the phone while you're already on the phone and then commenting on your conversation? You have to yell at them to stop it.
I remember I'm gonna have to explain that to my kids whenever they're watching 90s era stuff because that was always a plot point. Someone picking up the phone and hearing a very relevant piece of information from an ongoing phone call.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Remember having to actually use floppy disks to install things on computers?
I have heard tell that some of the youngins nowadays see a floppy disk and go, "Why do you have a physical version of the save button?"
The save icon.
Yeah, that hurts me. Remember
tell
having
kids
to
why we say hang up the phone.
remember be kind, rewind.
Yeah, and my personal favorite. Remember when every cell phone had its own charger, and if you broke, you were fucked. And there was that little spindle turnstile thing at the grocery store that had like all 27 varieties.
Yep. Remember accidentally hitting the internet button on your cell phone and panicking because oh god, this is going to cost so much money.
Yes.
Remember having to pay for texts.
No, cheese. I do not have kids. I meant someday when I eventually have them, if I eventually have them. This is not the economy for it right now.
Yeah. Remember when phones had mini keyboards that slid out to text? Yes, I had one of those.
Yes.
I had one of those phones and I felt cool.
Remember when cell phone design was actually creative and now it's just rectangle?
My first ever smartphone was an Android made in partnership with Star Wars, so it looked like R2-D2. And when I turned it on, it did the R2-D2 chirps. That's it.
I remember seeing in the back of a magazine an advertisement for one of those handheld phones from the Matrix movies where like the little top bit would pop up for the speaker. And I remember wanting that so badly. but I did just kind of have to deal with my dad's Nokia, which, by the way, based on Sea Lion Commander's comment, yes, dropping the phone and worried that you broke the house instead of your appliance.
Yep. Also, hello, Sea Lion Commander. Welcome in. Lovely to meet you. We are reminiscing. Actually, the picking up the phone and hearing something that somebody's saying on a different call reminded me. My mom, when she was growing up, had a souped up version of that. She knew everything that was going on in her house when she was younger because she would be on the phone with her friends all the time as a teenager, as you do at the time before texting. So her dad, the house was wired to allow for a phone hookup in her room, just happened to be there because it like used to be an office room or something. And her dad finally got so sick of the phone being hogged in the living room and not being able to watch what he wanted to on TV that he got like this like not crazy expensive, but you could hook it up to the wall phone. And it looked very cute, and it got put in her room. It was like a Christmas gift or something. But the thing was, with how the hookup was done and wired, for some reason, it would ring on her phone like less than a second before it would ring on the regular phone. So she would hear it start to ring, grab it, hear who it was, and like say it's one of her dad's friends, she like just call downstairs like, Dad, Mr. What's his name is on the phone for you. My granddad would be like, the phone didn't ring. What the hell do you mean? She also had the bonus of, because of how the house was built, the air vent for her room was placed in such a way that she could hear everything that was being said on the floor below her, and right below her was the entertainment space where everyone would sit and talk.
Wasn't that a plot point in Princess Diaries too?
I think it probably was, and my mother lived it. And at one point, when she was getting ready to like move out or go to college or something, she mentioned like, I just know everything that's going on. Like it was one of those things where it had been coming up over the years, over and over again, obviously. And somehow in conversation, it got to that, and her dad was like, I still don't understand how you know everything like that. Like, that's weird. And my mom's like, well, for the phone, it's because it rings in here before it rings downstairs. He goes, what? And she's like, yeah, like very, very quickly. If I'm fast enough, I can catch it before it rings downstairs. It's like, that's so weird. And she's like, yeah. And for the, for the just people talking thing, I can hear everything being said downstairs from this room, from where we're standing right now. And my grandma's like, no, you can't. She's like, yeah, I can. Watch. Wait here. She went downstairs and said in a relatively normal speaking voice, not yelling, not raising her voice, kind of quiet, just says, hey, Dad. And she just hears from upstairs, what the hell?
Yep, Sea Lion Commander, I remember that too.
Oh, the RF interface you'd get when you have a message when near your PC, hear the sound and go, oh, I'm getting a message.
Or watching TV and then you get a slight bit of bleed through from the next channel over so you can just kind of see what's happening.
Yes. Having to yell to your sibling that went to get snacks or use the bathroom, the commercials are ending! Get back here!
I have done enough couch hurdling in my time to know exactly what that's like and master doing it with a full bowl of popcorn.
Yep. It's a skill. It's a skill.
And for all of you youngins in the chat, you used to have to turn your TV to channel 3 to play video games.
Mm-hmm. And even if you managed to tape a show that you wanted to watch for later, on actual VHS tapes, mind you, if you didn't label it properly or someone else just did not care or did not look, you could lose that. You could lose that immediately. People would accidentally tape over wedding videos.
I remember I was actually gifted a VHS one time. It's like, here's a VHS. It's for you. Record something. It's what I used to basically watch Ghost in the Shell, because it was past my bedtime, so I would just record it and then watch it, and then tape over it with next week's episode, and so on and so forth.
Oh, that's awesome! I love that. Sometimes the VHS.
It was also the first time I started wearing it out because I just loved the intro to Ghost in the Shell second season so much. I would just watch it over and over again because that intro fucking slaps.
Nice. Why are you inflicting this much
So we're
monster
inflicting
pain?
it on ourselves. You just happen to be you're catching strays.
Yeah. Sometimes the VHS tape wouldn't rewind properly, so you had to manually rewind it instead with a pencil, no less.
Or that time where it's like, yeah, set record time for like a couple minutes before and then a couple minutes after, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So like 4:58 to record a show at 5, ending at like 6:02. But then that one time when you forget, say recording from 4:58 to 5:02.
Yup.
I
Yup.
get 4 minutes before it ends, and I go, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Okay, apparently.
The last VHS was made in 2006.
Oh, wow. Oh, God, that's almost 20 years ago.
The last VHS is as old as Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Oh, God.
To tie it towards current events a little bit.
Oh, God. I remember recording weekly episodes of OG Pokemon with my sister so we could rewatch them endlessly. Good. Oh, man. Remember the days before we knew that Pokemon was an anime? Because we didn't know what anime was?
Yeah, before I knew what anime was, I just thought it was a cartoon. So if I'm being technical about it, my first anime was the English dub of Card Captors.
Mine would have been English dub of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
God, Yu-Gi-Oh still slaps, even if it is
does.
a little dated at times. Especially the whole like, oh yeah, they're very obviously in a Japanese high school, but we're gonna pretend that they're in California.
Yup. Remember when Avatar was not considered an anime because it was made in the West? I think
Avatar is still not an anime. That's one of my soapbox moment.
Okay.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when I see like top 10 lists that have to deal with anime, and I see anything Avatar, Last Airbender, or Legend of Korra on it. No, just because it has a similar style to it, you would not call Teen Titans an anime. It was inspired by anime, but it's not. Avatar and the Avatar series of shows is not anime. It is based on it, but it is a American-produced thing. And while I'm on a similar note, the Castlevania Netflix show is also not an anime. It looks kind of like it, but that's also because most of us think of American cartoons as things looking like Gumball, Steven Universe, and Gravity Falls. We are allowed to have cartoons where people actually kind of look like they have human proportions without it being called anime. I'm done.
What is the requirement? What is the list of boxes to tick to be considered anime for you?
I believe if we're going to call it anime based on the fact that it's animation, I believe that it has to originate in an Eastern country, because I know that we're doing a lot more Korean stuff now too. So if it's coming from Asia, I could, or at least the eastern portion of Asia where those nations are, I believe that is anime, and the rest of it is animation that is similar in style.
Okay. Even though anime is based on the word for animation?
I know. Yes,
I'm just being
I know,
an asshole.
Yeah, I know, but yes, Biggie, I do agree with that. Animation is a style, not a genre. You can do the medium of animation is literally limitless.
I agree with that for sure.
Which is also why I freaking missed 2D Disney animation, because what was it, the last one was what, Princess and the Frog?
Yeah, and then they did Rapunzel.
Yeah, Tangled's like, yeah, everyone's like, yeah, Toy Story is cool and all, but okay. One more minor thing before we move on with our little coffee date with Alize. One of the reasons why Incredibles looks so good is because the character designs were originally designed like 2D characters, and then they made them into 3D characters.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure. We need a resurgence in major 2D animation. CG is great and all, but...
Yeah, 2D follows more closely that rule of the well-designed character can be recognized from their silhouette. Like, for example, all of the guys from Team Fortress 2 are unique silhouettes, which actually now kind of reminds me of The Incredibles, especially with Mr. Incredible and the Heavy.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, and also George Lucas, because he's actually a well-designed character, because you can recognize him from his silhouette, too, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Anyway...
But yeah, no,
okay.
I definitely get what you're saying. I feel like animation...
Welcome to the Turbo Ginger Yap. I'm sorry, it doesn't happen very often.
That's okay. I feel like the problem is that for American animation especially, people think that it is either it has to be either Gumball, Steven Universe, that sort of thing, or Family Guy. There's no in between. It is either for, like, marketed to and specifically for children, or it is raunchy, late night pseudo comedy. I don't even think it's that funny personally, because a lot of the jokes aren't really jokes. It's just shock value. For stuff like.
Okay, so Haley, I did not know that. So let me amend my text boxes. If it is created for a certain audience and is then ported and dubbed in a different language for that audience, I will consider that, because I imagine that anime is primarily made in Japan first, and then we get our hands on it. Except nowadays we kind of have simulcasts and simul dubs for that, because they recognize that the market for anime is also huge over here.
I don't know. I think at that point, we're getting mouse swap. Thank you, Cheese. I think at that point we're getting a little. For me at least, we're getting a little too in the weeds about it, because at that point you're just like, okay, well, it has to be originally in a different language, and it has to be, distributed in a specific way, and at that point I think we're adding too many qualifiers, but that's just me.
Yeah, how about this? I can't remember which senator said it, but it was something along the lines of, it's like pornography. I can't exactly describe it to you, but I'll know it when I see it.
Oh, that ruling has done so much damage, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yep. My personal definition is, if it's anime, it was originally made for a Japanese audience. If it's donghua, it's originally made for a Chinese audience. See, you know what? I can understand that. I can get behind that. Where it's less about the way it was made and more about the original audience that it was made for.
Yeah, especially since a lot of the actual animation work is outsourced so much these days, it's hard to actually say. But anyway, we're going to be here for a while if we keep talking about this. Alize's been kicking her feet adorably for about half an hour now.
I mean, we're going to be here for a while regardless. This is a Maya stream. Yapping is just part of
the
this.
sun has come up.
I just realized that. We've been sitting here all night. Oh no, I'm sorry, Alice.
And yet that coffee is still steaming. That's impressive, whatever roast they're using.
Maybe it's an enchantment on the mug. Self-warming.
beans.
Yeah. Oh man. Mama warned me about women like you. I was hoping she was right.
Oh, God bless you, Johnny Bravo.
Oh, God. See, that's something I do like about older U.S. animation, is there was a lot more variety. It wasn't just Family Guy / Rick and Morty, or this is for small children, and if you enjoy it above the age of 10, we will mock you. I like that older animation stuff had a wider audience and had more stories that it was willing to tell.
Yeah, kind of like it was made primarily for a younger audience, but a couple years ago I watched the freaking She-Ra reboot, and that was fucking amazing.
She-Ra and the Princesses of Power was such a good show.
That last episode of Love Confession from Catra was fucking amazing. I loved that scene.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for a good romance, so it makes sense that it would get me.
Yeah, that's why one of my favorite animes is Toradora. I fucking love that show.
I need to sit down and watch it. I haven't watched Toradora.
My favorite thing about Toradora, they're juniors in high school. It's not a freaking slice of life about middle school age people. We actually have high schoolers with problems high schoolers would have.
Yeah, that is something that I feel like is an underrated aspect of really good school slice of life series. You have to have high school stakes. I understand that we want everything to be big and crazy and insane, but if the high schoolers are acting like they're grown-ups, it's not a slice of life anymore.
Yeah, that was the part that always took me out of Black Butler, because CL Phantom Hive is 12 and acts like he's 27.
CL Phantom Hive is horrifically traumatized, and that does age a person mentally. However,
is still 12 years old walking around.
Yeah. Don't forget they intended the early 90s style of world and media, hence why the suits were traditional. Yeah. Oh, man. I still haven't watched any Rick and Morty stuff. This is entirely my opinion. This is just my opinion. I am not making a what's it called? I'm not making a judgment call on like other people enjoying things or not, but my personal feeling on it is that Rick and Morty was good for the first season or two, maybe season 3,
I
and
would
then
say 3.
yeah, and then it fell off. And then I stopped giving a shit, frankly. It wasn't a matter of I'm not smart enough for this. It was a matter of, wow, this thing really has its head up its own ass.
Yeah, the Szechuan thing was kind of the beginning of the end.
Yeah, big time. And the downside is that the episode that's from was a good fucking episode.
Yeah.
But that's
Nathan
just me.
Fillion was in it.
Yeah. But that's just me. Apparently, the most recent season was very good and very like exploring character motivations and stuff and kind of going back to form, which is good. But I think Pickle Rick was the Jesus Christ, what are we doing moment for me. Oh, man. That's why I love S.A.O. Bridge, yeah.
It gets memed just a little too hard.
Mm-hmm. Persona has high schoolers fighting God, so I assume it's not a slice of life then. Well, Persona is interesting because
Persona's weird.
Persona does both. Persona is simultaneously the fighting gods kind of anime, but also the slice of life kind of anime, because when you are not actively fighting gods, you're dealing with high schooler problems. You're dealing with
seriously, in every Persona game from 3 onward, one of your party members, usually the best friend archetype, is very, very gung-ho to go outside and fight some sort of embodiment of despair or nightmare. And it was like, all right, cool, that was awesome. Oh, god damn it, I have a test tomorrow and I haven't studied. Fuck!
Yup. You have your asshole teachers that you don't want to deal with. You have your petty teen squabbles. I think in 4, there's a whole thing with one of your possible confidants where it is a teenage boy in a relationship with one of your teachers and trying to figure out what to do. Like, what do you even do about that when you're a teenager? In 5, Ryuji's whole confidant and social link is, I was horribly mistreated and I still am, and I don't know what to do about it because I'm a fucking kid. And also, at the same time, I don't want bad things to happen to the people who are doing this to me because I do still care about them. They used to be my friends. That is a situation that a lot of teenagers have been stuck in.
If Dax got a Ryuji emoji, he knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah, Ryuji's a goodie. Ryuji's a good boy.
Ryuji's your boy.
Ryuji is your boy. Like Persona is very good at riding that line where it's keeping those two worlds separate, and because of that, the slice of life style of things still feels like regular low stakes, but it feels just as high stakes because you're a teenager type stuff.
Yes, Dak, you do get to be the student with the teacher, and it is one of the correct choices because Kawakami deserves it. She has been so just beat down by life. She needs something good.
Yeah.
Even if it's cooler.
Yeah. Hi, Seltzer. I know I'm leaving LSA hanging. I got distracted. That's on me. I'm sorry. Oh, man. My favorite thing about Pickle Rick is that the VA spent 5 whole minutes losing his shit at the idea of a guy turning himself into a pickle to avoid family therapy. I would make the claim, and again, this is my personal opinion, I would make the claim that the best part of the Pickle Rick episode is the part where he is a pickle in the therapist office and the therapist is saying flat out, yeah, of course therapy is boring to you because that's not how your brain works. This is something that is below what you consider to be your level of intelligence. That doesn't make it not worthwhile, and it doesn't mean that you inventing a reason to not be with your family and try to make things better isn't a failing. I think that part of the episode was really good. And
it was.
Yeah, and I do still enjoy the silly shit. I'm not saying that everything has to be serious character studies 100% of the time. Silly shit is still good.
Like, I don't need any Jerry redemptions, but it's good that he gets a couple of them.
Yeah, it's good that he is not one-dimensional. I like characters that are not just one-dimensional things, and that's why I didn't like that. That's why after Pickle Rick, I was just like, okay, what are we doing? Because everyone got very one-dimensional.
They got flanderized.
Yeah, one-dimensional and flanderized. And at that point, it's like, okay, we're just, what are we doing? We're just dragging this out. And that's
speaking of dragging it out.
I'm sorry. Oh, man. Even in high school, I didn't find girls younger than me attractive. Usually what reeled me in were fellow classmates who could stand on their feet. I agree with that. Although I had a weird situation with that because I've mentioned it before. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't feel like it's crazy important. I am demisexual personally, which falls under the ace umbrella. So I didn't really get big crushes in middle and high school when most people were getting the big crushes and stuff. So if I was asked who I was crushing on, I would just pick a guy that I knew the name of. I did have one big crush in high school, but that's a different story. And that was
yeah. For my understanding of it, because isn't demisexual like you're like sexually attracted to specific people, not a gender?
Yes.
Okay.
I have described it before, and if I'm not completely correct, that's understandable, I think. But I've described it before as, you know how we were just talking about Persona. You know how for Persona, you have to spend time repeatedly and get actually emotionally close with someone before you even have the option to have them like you and ask you out?
You're asking Chad, I'll wait, but yes, I know this.
Yeah, it's like, for me, it's like that. I have to have an actual emotional connection with someone before that door even opens in my brain. So, like, the one person I had a major crush on in high school was someone I had been friends with for multiple years. My previous relationship that lasted, like, almost a decade, I knew that person for 2 years prior to us even considering dating. And it's like the friends to lovers trope is a trope for a reason. I think it's cute personally, but like that's just literally how my brain works. If I do not have a like deep emotional connection with someone, that's not even a thing that pops up. But that's me. That's just my experience with it. I watch so much anime, I feel like I barely feel like a generic millennial. That is awesome, though. Liking stuff is good and fun. Oh. We've been talking so long, it's snowing. It's not snowing for me. It's just the middle of the day when we started talking at what, sunset?
It is snowing outside the cutscene.
Oh no. Aces represent. Yeah! Kage's there with me. Kage and I are under that umbrella together. I'm a strange spectrum. I don't easily go, oh man, she's cute, I should ask her out. I need to at least be friends or know them on a personal level to feel a spark of interest. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, my thing is I can appreciate aesthetics. I can tell if I think someone is pretty or attractive, potentially, but I'm not going to actually feel that, you know, romantic impulse or you know, the sexual feelings of that at all. It'll just be like, yep, that's a pretty person.
I mean, you could look at someone and go like, oh yeah, she's cute. Get to know her. Oh, she's a bitch. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to go the other way first.
Yeah.
Like, is she a bitch or is she nice? Oh, she's nice. Good. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun thing to navigate, and I didn't have the words to describe it until I was like tail end of college, and even then I was still kind of figuring it out. So being in middle and high school when everyone around you is yapping about crushes and liking people, it's a little difficult to keep up. Demisexual usually means that an emotional attachment needs to be formed before any interest starts. Exactly. Exactly, Kage. That is exactly it for me.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately, the only weird thing I can contribute to the whole dating conversation as a straight guy is I have never actually asked someone out on a date. I accidentally into all 3 of my previous relationships.
that's cute.
It just kind of happened.
though.
I have never actually asked anyone out.
Ah.
Let me rephrase that. I have never asked anyone out, like, and actually meant it. I have done it like as like a joke or as part of a bit, but I have never actually gone up to someone when I was interested in and go like, "Hi, would you like to insert blah 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 whatever I would come up with?" It has never happened. I have woken up. It's like, wait, am I dating this person?
I have asked out. I have been asked out. And I have asked out as a joke. I am very much a proponent of the multiple kinds of love idea, where it's like you have romantic love, you have sexual love, you have platonic love, you have familial love, things like that. Like the 7, I think it's 7, the 7 different types of love as a concept. As a concept, yeah, that was the word. Thank you. So
You're
like,
welcome.
I will so easily and so often tell my friends, my family, whoever, if I care about them, that I love them, because I do. Like, I say that I love Chet, and I do. Not in a romantic way, but I love you very much. I will tell my friends, like Motto and Mystic and Teeny and Kage, that I love them, because I do. It's just not romantic love, you know? And that's why I could never be a girlfriend experience VTuber anyway. Because it would get very confusing very fast. Aesthetic attraction is different than having the urge to act on it. Exactly, Kage. Exactly. You got this shit. Kage understands because Kage is right there with me.
And then the arrows, yeah.
Yeah, yup. Dating in this age and economy? I know, right? No,
It just means your dates have to be frugal, and you kind of have to understand that I'm not asking to split the bill because I'm a jerk. I'm asking to split the bill because we're both poor.
I mean, I'm of the opinion that the first date, especially when you're feeling out the situation and you don't know if you actually want to be with this person long term, that I think is a good time to split the bill. But that's just me. I am big on fair. I never asked first try. I did to get a girl on a date. I found out I was just used for money. Oh, that's fucked. That's so fucked.
I advise you not to shut yourself off to loving further. It just, at some point, you'll find that person who triggers that spark back in you, and you go, holy shit, I can still feel like this?
Oh, yeah.
And then your world will turn around, and you'll start seeing things in a different light.
Yep. And then meanwhile, I'm over here demisexual, so I don't get like romantic feelings for people super often. But you know what? I am also a hopeless romantic, so I'm just like that at my friends. Oh, I wouldn't consider Mama to be a friend, as we're ultimately just 2 anonymous users on the internet, but I'd gladly take up a backpack and travel the world if it meant Mama needed help. Aww! I would love to like do meetups and cons and like actually get to see you guys. That would be fun. I would enjoy that. I like traveling too, so maybe one day, depending on how things go, we'll I'll do a road trip that will involve meetups in public spaces. I would absolutely lose my mind in a good way if one day I heard Mama announce that she's in a relationship or found someone that makes her happy. Aw, that's sweet of you. That's very sweet. I've been avoiding romantic relationships. Being friends with people is easier. You get the good feels. It's when you're friends with someone and suddenly she makes your heart skip a beat. That's a hidden beautiful moment. Aw, that is very cute. That is adorable.
Yeah, I got one. I got a similar thing a couple of weeks ago where I don't know how the conversation got onto this, but I did have a conversation with one of my friends, and she was like, "Hey, oh, don't worry, you're absolutely desirable. If I wasn't married, I'd date you."
Aw.
And I will let you know, the fucking morale boost that I got from that was
Yeah.
enormous.
Yeah, that is such a sweet thing to say.
It is.
We'd fight. Dak and I would go at it for like 30 to 60 minutes, and then I'd buy him a treat. It's like, we're good, right? We're chill.
Be like the buff men flexing at each other in Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah!
There's an understanding here.
Exactly. This is a requirement. All right, I should actually deafen and stop leaving poor Alice hanging. It's almost been a 24-hour period.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Yeah.
I'm
There's
sorry,
plot
Alice.
happening. Let's get to it already.
I'll be right back. Oh, poor Alice puts up with so much because of me. I'm so sorry, baby girl. You deserve better.
It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Sharlayan?
Yeah. Also, why am I sitting so far away from her? Let me hug this poor girl. The poor girl's ass must be numb. Her ass is numb. Her coffee is lukewarm. Oh, her scalp
Perhaps
is
felt that the Fallen was
sunburnt.
determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length.
Let me scooch over. She needs a hug. She's going through it.
Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family.
I mean, we've seen it from your dad and we've seen it from your brother. And on occasion, we've seen it from you, so yes, I would agree with that. Here I am freezing my bunny butt off. I'm sorry. Some people are male rows and need more elbow room, so blocking. No, I get that. I understand that. I get it. But I'm tiny, and I want to hug my new daughter.
If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
I'm gonna be real with you, Alice, honey. I don't think there is a single thing you could have done to change that situation, and it sucks. And I wish that wasn't the case. But unfortunately, I think that's just where things are with your dad at this specific point in time. I'm hoping we'll be able to change that eventually, but I'm still going to punch him. Even if everything gets resolved nice and there was a reason for it and everything is okay between you and your brother and your dad, it's the principle. It's the principle of the thing. I still have to punch your dad. I'm sorry. It's what has to happen. Oh. Canal boats are going. All the fancy explorer people with their cool backpacks. God, those backpacks look so nice. I am a sucker
must
for
be fairly
oversized
good to
backpacks
love
with
our
stuff hanging
infants.
off of them. I really am. JRPGs try not to have parental issues with fathers. Challenge impossible. True. What's a labyrinthos, by the way?
A vast complex beneath the island.
Oh.
Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples.
I mean, that makes a certain amount of sense. I don't know why I didn't think of it previously.
Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
What the fuck? That's so cool. I wanna go. I wanna go. That sounds awesome. In Yakuza's case, they don't have fathers. Can't have daddy issues if you don't have a daddy. Oh. Oh! Loud noises.
Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat.
Considering it's called Labyrinthos, I'm willing to bet there's a big-ass minotaur that they gotta feed down in there. Wakey, wakey. I am awake. I am. It's just my eye itches. And I shouldn't rub at it, but it's like, ugh.
Wait.
You know that kind of itch where it feels like something's kind of stabbing at you, and you just want to make it stop, so you rub at it, and you really shouldn't? That's been happening to me. Just keeping you that way? Oh, okay, thank you. But yes, we did hear about the Gleaners doing more. Yes, God, it sucks. Yeah, that has been the inside corner of my left eye for more than a week. That's why I got the eye drops, because it just got so bad to the point where it felt like that little bit of pink skin in the inner corner of your eye. I felt like it was swollen, because it was just, it was that irritated from the pollen and stuff. So, good old hay fever. I'm reminded of another reason why I hate summer. Yeah, I'm allergic to every form of pollen and also dust. So I just can't get away from it ever. You ever just grab your glasses, stare at it, forget why you moved them, and put them back? Yes. Yes.
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats.
Yeah.
And Gleaners answer to the forum.
Oh, shit, they know something. Wait, are they turning the down there into an...
sudden burst of
Wait.
activity? Then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the forum is planning.
Wait, I have a horrible thought. Hold on. I have a horrible, terrible thought. What if the forum is turning Labyrinthos into a bunker and they intend to go underground and just wait out the end of the world? Oh, I really hope that's not what's happening. I really hope that's not what's happening. That would be so fucked. I want to go. I want to go in there. My left eye has a neurological issue where it can't focus on handheld objects. That's interesting. I have never heard of that before. It's also why my eyes have different lens scales. That's nutty. Hi, I'm back.
Interesting theory there.
Oh, I don't like the way that you said that. Oh. God damn it. They're about to... Oh.
I have no idea. There's only one way to figure out. We're gonna have to go visit Labyrinthos, aren't we?
I do want to go to Labyrinthos because it sounds fucking cool.
But the living library full of plants and animals?
Yes!
You want to go to the Sharlayan Zoo?
Yes! I like
That's
the
not
zoo.
the fucking fucking MSQ.
Fine.
It's okay. It's just that for the last hour we've had.
Oh, I know.
We had an incredibly deep conversation for the last hour at Alice's expense.
That's just what always happens, though. I get on a topic and my brain is just like, nope, we're exploring this now. It's like, okay.
It's stream of conscious. Oh god, it's a horrible analogy, but a good conversation should be like a bowel movement, free flowing, natural.
And not forced.
Well, yeah, if you have to force a relationship, it's probably... A relationship is like a fart. If you have to force it, it's probably shit.
Yup. My astigmatism makes driving at night suck. Oh, yeah. I got a little bit of astigmatism. Not, like, so much that it's, like, worrying. And I have glasses anyway for nearsightedness. But I do have a bit of the football eye.
I don't know if I have astigmatism or if it's just the lines on my windshield when I see the stuff at night.
It could be both.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm the only one in my family who doesn't wear corrective lenses. As a matter of fact, the glasses I'm wearing right now, they're just blue light correction glasses. They're not corrective in any way.
I have the nearsighted and to help with the astigmatism, but I also have the blue light filter on it because I spend so much time staring at the computer.
Yeah. And nearsighted is you're good close up but need help for distance, or is it the
Yes.
other way around?
Nope, I
Okay.
can see close to me and not so well far away. Let's see. I have. Okay, so I'm obviously sitting at my computer. The way that I have my setup is that obviously I just have my main monitor in front of me, and then I have my laptop to my left acting as a second monitor. So it's basically catty corner to my regular monitor. I can
Okay.
read the words on my laptop. I can also see that they are blurry.
Okay.
I have a little board of postcards on the wall behind my computer. I can see there are words on it. They are a lot blurrier, but I know what the words are. But I look to my other direction where I have my bed right there, and I have the quilt with all of the college sweatshirts that it's made out of at the foot of the bed.
Good quilt set design, by the way.
It's such a fun quilt. I love it. And it is a row of four that I can see until it like falls off the other side, across. I can make out what the closest square to me says. The furthest square, it's squiggles.
Huh, all right.
Yeah.
I suppose it's fitting I gave you reading glasses tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely gotten worse over time. Like I can definitely tell it's gotten worse over time. And part of that is because I spend so much time staring at the screen. Like I play video games as a hobby. I like watching shows. My job, I work at an office. It's like it's all computer.
Yeah, that's why I have the blue light like reduction lenses, because I have a triple monitor setup.
Yep. Oh, the dream. I am technically a single monitor and then my laptop setup. I want to get a second monitor, but I'm going to wait at least until I've moved, because then that's one less thing I have to worry about breaking.
Smart.
Yep. I've been playing through the story again, got invited by my friends to manage his FC. Didn't actually think I'd be managing everything. At least I'm busy. Oh, Sea Lion, I'm sorry. That sucks.
And maintaining those FC buffs.
Yeah. I've maxed out the eye machine for up close the last few times I've had it checked. God damn, Sahili. That is impressive. I am also a single monitor and a laptop. Yeah, Kage and I got the same setup. Been for a walk and cleared your head? Been for a walk, talked to the void for an hour, had some coffee.
Ah, a new nickname. Cool.
Yay! I just mean in world. In world, my wool would have just been talking into space.
Dickon, I require your greatest association.
I don't know what the hell you put in this coffee, but I was gone for an hour. And when I came back, Alice was telling me about her daddy issues, so that's not good.
Cuban coffee.
Oh, goodness. I see the radiance the lights have, and to me, make stars closer to basically holiness or divinity. Oh, that's interesting. So if you can't see it that well, that's cool. That is a very neat way of looking at that.
Literally.
Yeah! FC buffs subs airships using FF subs to pay officers 16 million gil a month shared between 8 people. Managing raids, managing crafters. The FC leader is playing Remastered Oblivion. Oh, that's so much. Holy
Right,
shit.
You must have people, dedicated money makers filling that coffer.
Yeah, my God. Don't really believe in religion, but I believe in fate. That's interesting. I don't know how much I believe in fate, and I am not a religious person, but I am spiritual. I am.
I choose to believe in people.
Yeah.
It's actually what helps get me through what's presently going on in the world, because I see all of the people who actually,
Are trying.
are decent.
Yeah.
And trying.
Yeah.
gives me renewed faith in the future of humanity once we get out from under the thumb of everything else.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I feel very much the same way. But I also believe that there are, things that cannot be explained. I feel like a world where every mystery is already solved is pretty boring. The 16 million is only from subs, but yes, the easiest part is just picking a date for everyone to do Savage Endgame stuff and delegation. Oh. I'll get there one day. It might be in 3 years, but one day.
And my FC leaders use a lot of the funds to pay Twitch DJs for holiday party events at the FC house.
Okay, but that's fun. That's fun.
No, it is. And since the two main guys of my FC, their in-game characters are named Tuna and Val, it just means that Valentine's Day was just Val and Tuna's day.
Aw, that's cute.
Which for anybody watching means, yes, I am in the Grinding Gear FC.
Which is awesome.
Oh, yeah. It also means I've been showing up in their videos from time to time lately because they use clips of stuff.
And I can't watch them because they're ahead of me. I'll watch one day, though. One day I'll be caught up.
I can show you the snippet from where Big Kryl makes his debut because it happens in the Baldessian Annex, so the area won't be a spoiler to you anymore.
Oh, hell yeah. The origin of Big Kryl.
Yeah, after stream. I'll post the link there because it's literally the first chunk of that video.
Okay. I don't dare say I need money when my FC leader's around. How many hours do you have in 14? There's a command for that, isn't there? What is it, like playtime?
Obviously not. Oh, yes, but I can't do it because I'm doing something. Let me check.
My total playtime is 48 days, 12 hours, and 1 minute. Those are rookie numbers.
171 days, 9 hours, and 17 minutes.
Like I said, I got rookie numbers.
Or if you want to translate that based on Steam, hold on here. 4,936.3 hours.
Jesus Christ.
It's been my main game for a very long time. Also part of the reason I picked up streaming. A legitimate excuse to set aside time and play the other things I want to fucking play.
Yeah.
Instead of just, you know what? I'll just run my roulettes for 3 hours.
See, I have the opposite problem where I love playing stuff on stream with everybody, which means anytime I want to play something, it's just like, oh God, do I try to find time to stream this or do I actually just play something by myself for once in my life?
No, it's a thing. Like, I'm going to be streaming the MSQ going forward, which means I've got a couple dedicated days of streaming when patches drop, and then once the new expansion drops, I'm going to be going through it at a much slower pace than I'm used to.
Yeah. I'll say sets off at a brisk walk.
Which is a lie. Toggle your RP walk to follow her.
Are you fucking kidding me? What button is RP walk again?
Backslash on the numpad.
Okay, thank you.
Unless you rebound it to something else.
I did not. I'm still faster than her because of jogging. I'll say, please, I'm begging you, baby girl. I love you. I love you so much. You're such a sweetheart. You're my daughter.
She does start jogging in a few moments. And
now we run. Oh, thank God.
To be fair, I don't know why they have her walk for this.
I think she's just having fun.
I freaking love that little... I don't know what it's called, but I just call it the little levy your finger thing.
Yeah.
Go, and have their finger out to the side, because I don't think I've seen anyone else. Correction, I've seen one other person do it, but that's only recently. So I just call it, it's just the twins' little aha gesture.
I want to believe it's a family thing, like their grandpa did that. Up here. Okay, so we can... Okay, we are going. We are going.
I didn't play 1.0, so I can't say if Grandpa did anything there, and all of his time in coils was just being creepy and or venomous until the very end.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, and I also wasn't playing at 1.0, which is why I'm saying I want to believe.
1.0, Hildebrand was part of the main story.
Oh, my boy. There we go. Oh, hey! It's my friend! You know what's rare to see nowadays in 14? Seeing someone else with a neck tattoo. Yeah, that's true. Mama edge walking, and even so, she's faster. For real. For real.
It would be nice if we had more like facial decoration options. Like more tattoo, because we have the one tattoo option. It's either one, both, or none. And all the other things is listed in like makeup and stuff.
Yeah. The mother scares the living shit out of me. What? What do you mean the are we about to meet Mama Levier?
No.
No? Okay. I've just heard so many tales. What? Are you dooting out here?
Yes, I was trying to doot Careless Whisper, but it wasn't working.
Hildy's mom. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Julian Manderville is a freaking force of nature.
I think she's great.
she is great. That doesn't. She's still terrifying.
Oh, absolutely.
She spiked her son across the fucking planet.
Yeah. I love that the Chocobo Keep still has the silly Chocobo mask, but with the fanciest clothes imaginable.
I know. I also love how they worked the Chocobo Keep into like Dravani, where it's like, yeah, there wouldn't be a person here, so it's just a statue.
I like that. I do like that. That woman is not normal. See, I just think she's fun. I think she's neat. I love that they added the follower mechanic and then gave us this walk with Alice quest. Was so mad and then she booked it. Which, knowing Alice, that's why it's like that. Because Alice would be the type to fuck with you like that.
There's another similar mechanic that you're going to be introduced to later that I think this was like a test run for it before, and then they just forgot to take it out when they finally implemented it. It's one of those stupid stealth mechanics of don't let the person see you. So they had to get the NPCs walking and moving on their own. So I think this is just like a proof of concept that somehow made it into the final product.
Probably, but that's okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Wherever the fuck that is, I want it for my house.
Deep beneath the scholar's city
Oh,
shines a
Grandpa's
false
talking.
sun within a fabricated sky.
Story time with Grandpa.
In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves.
Wait.
And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed.
Wait, this is underground?
If the stack grows too high, start a new one.
It would be better if it was
no room
daytime.
remains, then make
That's
more
okay, it's my own
buildings.
fault.
A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Holy shit. This is so cool. What the fuck?
Biodome with 100% less poly shore.
Yay! Also, the music in here is cute. I was to say music is upstairs. That makes sense. I thought it was its own thing for a second.
Not what
No,
we
the
expected.
Labyrinthos does have its own music once you're out of the
must admit,
cutscene, and
the
the Labyrinth.
artifice is very
Take two. The Labyrinthos music is a choice.
Oh no. All right. Kryle is talking with speech. Should I deafen, or is it gonna be like a real short one?
Deafen. They're explaining the new area.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll be right back then. All right. This is cool. This is really neat.
But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
That's so cool.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma.
Oh.
It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Thank you for telling me all this, Ishtola. This is rad.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Oh, hey, I know this guy.
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Well, I can certainly see how my bunker theory could work if this is the setup they're working with. Like, they have farms down here. It's not like they're going to be lacking in food.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Okay. Oh, wait. Cry. Oh, Echo. Uh-oh. Wait. Maybe it's not Echo? You good?
Did you call to me just now?
No. Okay, maybe it is Echo.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent.
I don't know.
I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
I'm concerned. I'm worried. Oh. This music's cute. Well, it's the nighttime music. The nighttime music is usually cuter. I'm back.
Kyle!
Kyle!
Kyle! Oh wait, I was muted. That's why she couldn't hear me. Damn it. Okay. Fine. No, she's already gone.
Yeah. I hope I don't think she's okay. Something's going on.
We did just come a long way down. There's got to be an air pressure thing here. Going
Getting
on.
the bends. Okay, it's a little fancy mammoth. Surely no one will notice if I just snatch him real quick and stuff him in my backpack.
Yeah, it's like all the Herdas on Herda Space Station. They're free. You can just take them home.
The government doesn't want you to know.
Only
The Herdas on-
one person will care, and they're too busy to do anything about it.
Well, no, like half of the scientists on the space station are obsessed fans, so.
Solar, technically no. Yes, there were some grapes, but they were not the infamous squapes. The infamous squapes were Crystarium and Shadowbringers.
Oh, that's right. Man.
The grapes here are still somewhat polygonal, but not nearly as bad.
Man. I missed out on prime squape meantime.
You have physical squape. And
I
I'm
have
jealous.
physical squape that I routinely squish and squeeze to the point where like the pattern on it is faded and on the corners it's kind of worn so you can see the foam, and I had to super glue the little nub of the stem back down.
Everyone loves the squape.
This is a well-loved squape.
I wanted to go to FanFest and just didn't have the time or money, so I am jealous that you got to go.
Well, you know, one day there will be a new patch. One day there will be a new X-Pack, rather. And when that day comes, perhaps. Depending on what else is going on.
Yeah, because much fun as it would be, I'm not going to China for their FanFest. That's too much.
No, me neither. That's too far. Or at least the last FanFest, you could only buy tickets for the region that your account is. So like,
interesting.
Yeah, so like people on the EU servers, if their account was registered to the EU servers, it didn't matter if they had a character on the NA servers, they could not come to the NA FanFest.
Well, that's an interesting way of divvying it up. I approve of that.
Yep. They also had a sort of like pre-buy period where if you have an active account, like you actually play the game, you could enter in for essentially a raffle for the opportunity to buy up to 2 tickets ahead of open season, essentially. And that's the only reason I
Awesome.
got to go, I'm pretty sure, because Teeny and Kage both got super lucky and they both got it. but it's 2 tickets per win of the raffle. So that means they had access to 4 tickets. There are only 2 people. So they sent me one of the codes so that I could grab the other 2 for me and my ex.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just works out.
It was a fantastic trip. Absolutely loved that trip. Even though there were the issues there were, I had a fantastic time. It's like what I was saying earlier this morning with the Infinity Nikki shit. Everything is burning down around me, but I'm still having a good time. Before we had grapes, now we have blue auracite polygon grapes. You're right, carved blue auracite.
Solar, if that's true, then I must have like blinked during that cutscene myself. So I'll keep an eye out for it on this New Game Plus run through that I'm going through alongside Maya.
You know what I'm doing? Hauling books and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dobbin.
He's a oh god. He's a roadie.
Yeah. Okay, I've learned about how they do the stock checks.
Sorry, my brain immediately went to groupie, and I was like, nope, that's wrong. Don't say it.
Nope. That's a different thing.
That's a different thing.
That's a very different thing. Rhea seeds should be item 5058 or 1058. I can read. Cumin seeds 1059. Snurbbleberry 1060, or are they 1061? Uh-oh. I'm so sorry for interrupting your counting.
No, the Snurbbleberries are 1061. The Schnozberries are 1060.
Ah. More loads to take out than carry in. Okay, so we're taking things out. So what if they're taking resources out, then maybe they're not planning on moving down here? Why do this all at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes Coerthan carrots for the Girabanian carrots? What then? You know, normally I would say, what's the difference? But as someone who has been leveling crafters, I know there's a difference. It's probably a reference to what the programmers go through. Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So there are big shipments coming in, but there are even bigger ones going back out. That's odd. Very interesting. Hello, Aaronville. I know your name. I know your design. I briefly met a guy who was cosplaying you, and he was super chill. And literally, I already like this character because of that one dude. I saw Aaronville in the Dawn Trail trailer when the first version of it was released at FanFest, and I was like, oh, okay, he seems cool. I like his backpack. And then I had a brief exchange with a guy cosplaying him, and that dude was chill. And I was like, all right, I like Aaronville now. Thank you, random cosplayer.
Aaronville fills the Lena role of, yes, we have introduced male bun boys with this expansion, so here's one. Yeah.
Did you know boys can be bun? Which I just noticed your bunny ears. Jesus Christ.
I am completely indistinguishable from a male Vieira with my cunning disguise.
Ooh, congrats on the drawing progress, Cheese. We are reaching our finals with these fantasies. We are. Hello, Dark Knight. I am nowhere near as far as I should have been because I spent at least an hour just talking. Just yapping at one point.
Or as we call it, Thursday.
Yeah. How you doing, Dark Knight? We are underground. Like we are underground right now. It looks like a whole ass country. There's a dog man. I didn't notice the dog man before. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, the troll.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are in fact mobs and dangerous wildlife in this place. This is the other zone.
Are they okay with me fighting them, or will I get in trouble?
I don't know. Just pretend it's Fortuno.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Oh my God! It even rains. What the fuck?
Yeah, they have weather down here.
What the hell? They have sprinklers.
yeah, exactly. I can't remember if it's a side quest or main quest where they actually take you through and explain it. Oh wait, no, it is main quest. I remember when.
I love doing that. Bunny ears for Shadowbringers. I forgot to whip out my lion helm for Dawn Trail. Ooh. Do you also get bank holiday Monday off from work so you can spend more time playing 14? I don't think I get this Monday. What's this Monday?
I was like, today's the 1st.
Yeah. I thought Memorial Day wasn't until the end of the month.
The bank holiday is... Wait. Is it really? Hold on. No, Sunday is Star Wars Day. Followed by Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah, because it's only the 5th on Monday. That's Cinco de Mayo. That's not a bank holiday.
Oh, it's a
for me.
UK thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the US, sadly, so no. I get mine at the end of the month. And
Also Cinco de Mayo, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, my next bank holiday from work is at the end of May. And I will possibly be doing extra stream stuff that day, simply because I won't have anything else to do.
Sounds nice. Depending on what the holiday is, I might have time and a half at my place. So I might just tough it out.
Yeah, no, with my job, if it's a bank holidays, those of us in the corporate office are told flat out, unless you have a special circumstance that you have already worked out with your leadership, you are not allowed to work. Do not even turn on your computers. The doors will be locked to the building. I'm the only British person in chat. Not the only one. Solar is. Yeah, this is solar erasure. What were you going to say? I'm sorry, Mystic.
I was going to say, yeah, Solar, despite the fact that they're named after something the British people never see. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's a Scottish joke. It's my bad. That's a Scotland joke.
And all the gleaners are overworked and exhausted. Oh, you can tell he is important because he's the only one that has a name.
Well, they all have names. The other ones you talked to were Dobbin and
Oh,
damn it, Kryla. Let me turn around and look.
No, Teve.
Teve, there we go, yeah.
I'm just so used to everyone being just random title until you find an important person.
The fun benefit of wearing this backpack, it's my fashion accessory, so I don't default to an umbrella right now.
Yay! Yeah, I have my fancy Easter umbrella.
It is quite fancy.
Hi, Kryle. Sorry, I accidentally got really into your personal space. What tales do they have to tell? They're horrifically overworked. A lot of stuff's getting taken out, and less is coming in. And also, they literally just did stock checks, like, way too recently for that to be what this is, so everyone's confused. Everything sucks, essentially. Form's definitely up something, yeah. Went back up out of Kryle's personal space a little bit. Pop off. Dark Knight, I literally said that earlier. We had an hour of me doing that. Oh god.
Yeah, but please just refund those points in Dark Knight. Just watch the VOD, please.
It wasn't even a redeem. I just got stuck on a topic. Oh. No, I have to actually end stream on time tonight because I went to bed way too late the last couple nights and it's kicking my ass on top of the allergies. So if I pop off...
Is that 10 or 10:30?
Probably closer to 10, yeah. Just to get a little extra sleep.
All right, then it'd probably be wise to just finish this quest and then call it.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. I also, like, literally just now looked at the time, so...
To be fair, that hour-long conversation did not feel like an hour-long conversation because it was a good conversation.
It never does. That's why the joke is that I yap forever, because it doesn't feel like it's taking that long. And then someone in chat is just like, it's been half an hour. I'm like, wait, shit, really? Fuck.
It's okay. You can use Cheese's name.
Yeah. Well, it isn't always cheese. Sometimes it's Ven. The unreasonable urge to redeem Apron at the mention of Pop-Off. If you have the points, you can do it. I believe in you. And Dark Knight, if you do not want your points back, we'll just say you're spending your Yap redeem late. That someone's killing something. Oh boy.
Retro. That would be me.
But yeah, Dark Native, we can call it retroactive. You're just time traveling. That's all.
My time machine. It works.
Yeah. Ultimately, chat and friends feed Mama's mental speakers. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, what's the idea? Why am I crouching down? This feels so disrespectful. This feels ridiculously disrespectful. I'm sorry, Kryl. As a fellow short girl, I would be pissed if someone crouched down like that to talk to me. Oh, man. I feel bad. Hi, Aaronville. I will accept payment in information. How about that?
I don't know. Look at the name of the quest you're on.
Yeah, glorified rat catcher. Yup. Grizzled mice. Gently stuff them in the sack. Okay, well, that's not what I was going to do, but I suppose it makes sense you'd want them alive.
I'm here to catch you, Mises.
New funny idea. I make Pear kneel when speaking to Mama and Art. No! God damn it.
I have no problem. I have no problem if you draw me doing that, but she might take umbrage with it.
Alright, let's see. I need to go this way. Is this the thing making it rain? Is this their weather system? Or is it just like a light that's fogged up like that because of the rain?
That is a fancy torch.
Shit. I thought I found something cool and science-y. Oh well.
No, don't worry, you did. You just misidentified the cool science that it does.
That's fair. What is the alternative? Picking her up, offering her a box to stand on? You can just look down! I have to crane my neck to look up at all of you giants. The least you can do is slightly tilt your face downwards.
I don't know. I'd be okay with giving my uppies.
I want to be mad about it, but uppies are fun.
I'm too big to be on the receiving end of uppies, so I get to get my joy dishing them out.
I'm confident that anyone can give Mama uppies. I'm not. It's like the bench pressing thing from earlier. It's less about the height and more about the weight. What? No, get back here, you motherfucker. Ugh. Until a random stranger asks, is this your child? I'm not that short. I'm over 5 foot barely. Hi, Mystic.
Hello.
Pesky marmots. Yeah. Pesky varmint marmots. When there is a will, there is a friend trying to find a way. No, you right. You right. That, nope. I don't want you hitting me with that. Instead, I will hit you with this. Okay, there's gonna be another one. Oh! Hello, dog man.
Sorry. The random stranger asking, "Is this your child?" This reminds me of a funny story of friend Bob.
Oh yeah.
One of friend Bob's exes, apparently to one stranger, looked very similar to him. To the point, like, it's like, hey, I'm curious, you two siblings? And then just like completely straight, like Bob just looks at him and goes, "Yes, absolutely we are," and then immediately slapped and cupped his girlfriend on the ass.
Oh my god. Amazing. I'm over 5 foot barely. I'm not gonna lie. I know what I am, and what it is short. Can I get up here this way? Damn it. I have to go the long way. I have discovered a new location.
You know, that means free XP.
Woo! Yeah, I've gotten enough that I need to do my next Viper quest. No? Is it further up? Oh god, it's probably further up, isn't it? God damn it. Fucking marmots.
Pay no attention to the ginger and bunny ears.
Nyeh. There we go. I just didn't want to take the long way around. Don't clip that. I realized after the fact what it could sound like. Don't clip it. Oh, wait a second. Hello. I see an aether current.
I make sure that compass is somewhere on a bar.
It is. I just continually forget to click it.
Yes.
But I went back. I did go back for the aether current I missed when we were in Thavnir. I did go back and get that, so no worries there.
I did catch it when I was watching back through the VOD. I was like, oh yeah, she did walk right by an ether
I
current.
didn't even
But
see it.
to be fair, Ven and Mata were both giving you a not zero amount of shit.
I am always getting a not zero amount of shit, and frankly, I'm okay with that. It wasn't even that bad. You never know. We should find Ven and make him make Aw Dicks a sound alert. Perhaps. Perhaps one day.
Need a ride back to camp?
I will absolutely take a ride back to camp. Fuck walking. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I had to tilt my camera down to see you because I was like, she disappeared. Oh, wait. No, she's just small.
Okay! It is
I'm
really funny when I'm using this mount though, because like you angle the camera so that you're looking at the car head on, and you can see what the problem is with me trying to drive this shit. Like, Mystic's head is visible through the windshield. Mine is not. Hi, I got the last one. Sorry, I only got one.
Here's your fucking slippery rat.
Yeah. That feel when you go to the zoo and immediately one of the zookeepers is just like, shit, we lost the animals. Oh, Jesus Christ. I saw a person with short white hair and a long white coat, and my first thought was, wait a second, I thought the anchorage's supposed to be somewhere else right now.
Also, one of the things I love about the Gleaner outfit is it was one of the recipients of the very, very like priority graphic detail upgrade for Dawn Trail
it
because
looks so nice.
Because brackets Aaronville.
Yeah.
But it just means that the textures are really, really obvious on it, and they look great.
It looks so good. Suitable for consumption and easy to breathe. So they are turning this into a bunker. They're just gonna be eating rats. Oh, I caught a rat. This the Gleaner you mentioned? The one looking for marmots? Yup. He said they're gonna eat them.
And we finally have a black friend.
Oh,
To be fair,
no.
that's not my joke. That's from the Randy Marsh video.
Yeah, I know. But also just like, oh god. One of those things where it's like until it gets pointed out, you just don't notice. And then it gets
Kinda
pointed
like-
out and you're just like, oh no.
Like everybody's favorite thing about pointing out how there aren't any black people in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
In the movies, at least.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, after this cutscene, we hop back in the car. I take you to one of the Aetherites you attune and log out in a sanctuary.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. I like Erinville's fancy hair. Bye, buddy.
I'm sure Van can tell you all about finding hair that looks natural with ears sticking up through it.
Yeah. Whoop. Are you sure, Maya? They might be building a big Pokemon-like theme park underground. I mean, I will say I am Pokemon pilled enough that when I came down here and I saw the ceiling, my first thought was, oh, it's just like Blueberry School.
Oh, I don't have to do that. The quest turn-in is right next to the fucking Aetheryte.
Oh,
So we're
perfect.
going to end up there anyway.
Lovely. Perfect. Also, sorry I keep coughing. I keep inhaling too hard and little bits of my spit try to drown me. I am, in fact, a girl failure.
It's okay. I have situations like that too, where it's like, yeah, don't inhale water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then Dean and the guy sitting next to me at work are just like, God damn it, man, calm down. It's like, don't worry, I'm not sick. I just don't know how to drink.
Mm-hmm.
I have a drinking problem, but not like that.
Yeah. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you for the hydrate, Solar. Speaking of girl failure, Mama having anime girl eyes is testament that she is not your mommy. No, there are plenty of mommy anime women.
It's okay. She doesn't have the right hairstyle for it. Her braid's too long.
Yeah, I have the dead mom anime hairstyle.
No, your braid's too long. We just established this. Trying to save your life, damn it.
I'm just picturing the anime kid in the hospital with the mom with the side braid doing the generic cough, like furiously adding extensions to their mom's hair.
Meanwhile, Kryle's migraine is back.
Oh no. Casually gulp nervously and proceed to choke. Yeah, that's what'll do it.
But truly, nobody can have a headache in fiction. It must always be an indicator of some sort of terminal illness.
Well,
here comes the day theme, by the way, when you get out of this cutscene.
Yay! And also considering that the Echo stuff is always prefaced by a really bad headache, it makes sense to be concerned about it since we know Kryle has the Echo.
Well, it makes less sense to be concerned about it because they're just going, oh, okay. I guess one of these gleaners must have a really traumatic backstory.
Ugh. But she isn't really seeing anything. She's hearing someone calling out to her. So I'm willing to bet it's just a similar situation to on the boat when I saw Heidelin as she was before she was Heidelin. I forget.
Possibly.
I forget the name they used for her. I know that she has her title and she has her name. And I know that I have heard both of them, but I can't remember which is which.
Vana is her name. Azim was her title.
Okay. Is it okay to use those interchangeably, or am I supposed to use one versus the other?
I think I'll have to ask her what her preferred name is, because I think that's just polite these days.
Okay. Peloton! Thank you.
You're welcome. I forgot. Oh, yeah, shit. I'm Bard right now.
And I'm fast. I am speed. Oh, there it is. That isn't too far. That's good. Even when we accept that Maya's doomed because she's an anime mom with a side braid, that's why I'm here. Yeah, it's like a car crash.
The thing is that dead mom anime hair is actually one of the hairstyles in this game, and it's hilarious.
Uh-huh. I had it for a little bit back when I was an elf. And then I decided to Fantasia myself into a lizard with these cute horns that I really like, and it suddenly didn't look right anymore. And I was like, ah, shit.
Just cutting through the horns awkwardly.
Less that it was cutting through the horns awkwardly, more that it was like the horn and then directly below it was the hair, and there wasn't like any like blocking or anything. I was like, that isn't working as well as I was hoping. At least for me, for my personal taste. Complete. Pick up the next bit. Just gonna pick it up and then not continue it past the pickup. Because that way I have it and I know where I'm going. Good. All right. Tag the Aetherite. Oh, hey, mail guy. Nice. I can check my mail underground. Oh, God. I saw the car come down, but I only saw the undercarriage. So it's just some horrible red glowing thing descending from the sky.
It is a terrifying looking undercarriage, I do confess. But I was going up there going like, can I fucking see one of the freaking sprinkler like from out here so I can show it? But I can't remember which one it is or if it's in this. By the way, this map is fucking huge compared to like other ones.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. Oh. 3 separate Aetherites?
Well, to be fair, there's 3 in Thavnair too. But yeah, this map is about as big as Thavnair. Probably a little bit more so, but navigating it can be kind of an ass.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
when you're just flying straight across it.
Because they're talking about tiers, which means it's very vertical.
Yeah, it's like a reverse Minas Tirith.
Oh my god.
Actually, now that I think about it, it's like the layers of hell in the Divine Comedy.
Oh, gee, I'm sure that won't have any repercussions, insinuations, etc.
Absolutely not.
No.
This place is based on Greek stuff, and Alighieri was Italian.
Yeah. Sharlayan, thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. That is a little froggy buddy. Hello, froggy buddy. Anyway, as I was saying, Sharlayan, thank you for the follow. I hope you're enjoying your time here. It's nice to have you with us.
As it turns out, the Pirogos are not just a Matoya special, they're a Sharlayan special. She's just really good at them.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, she was, someone who worked at Sharlayan for a good long while, so it makes sense.
Yeah. She's an Archon. She's got the tattoo and everything.
Yeah, I mean, Sharlayan strikes me as the kind of place where it's like anything you come up with while you're here belongs to us. So.
Yeah, Matoya left goes, yeah, Sharlayan's full of stuffed shirts. They can go fuck themselves. Like, you seem kind of acerbic. Is that really the whole story? Meets people from Sharlayan? No, Matoya's on the up and up.
Yeah, no. Matoya's just chill like that. All right. Oh, okay.
Matoya is just, I aspire to be like this when I'm her age.
Oh, same. Oh, 100%. Complete with cat girl daughter.
Yeah, that or any of the Disney grandmas.
Yes. Oh, God. No, you know what Disney old lady I want to be when I grow up?
Grandmother Willow.
Grandmother Willow is pretty great, but no.
Mulan's grandma or Moana's grandma?
Again, both fantastic, and yet no. I want to be the old lady from the Aristocats.
That was going to be the next thing I said. I just couldn't remember her name.
Old and rich and living her best life and hanging out with her cats.
Before we close out, come on over here. Because now the rain is clearing up. If you come over here, you can look between and look at the fake sun when there's actually sunlight happening from it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And this fake-ass biodome sky, complete with cloud projections.
Oh, that is so neat. Yeah, no, I want one. I want one for my house. Smaller, of course, so it will fit in my house, but I want one for my house. Oh, man. What a good thing to end on.
Here comes the sun.
Do-do-do-do. All right. I'm going to swap back to the chatting screen. Because it's time to figure out who we're going to raid. Because I need to force myself to stop playing 14 and stop yapping and go to bed, whether I want to or not. Let's see. Who are we gonna raid? The engineers with their Sangridi must have cooked with how that sky cage looks. It looks really cool. I will agree. I will definitely agree with that. Let's see. Who's
It's like a giant version of the dome jungle gym thing on the playground.
Yeah. Rest well afterwards. I will. I'm gonna go to bed on time for once in my goddamn life.
Reference that Dr. Orpheus gif. Sleep!
Idol's live, Volpixie is live. Oh yeah, because Volpixie's still doing her subathon. Okay, I'll do that one and help support the subathon.
Her subathon still got 51 out. She's on a 30-minute break. Yeah, she's got a 51 and a half hours still to go.
Good for her.
This is day 41.
I think I do want to do a subathon one day, but it needs to be when I'm in a position to play on a near daily.
That much time, yeah.
Yeah. I would need to have a near daily minimum, like maybe miss one day in the middle chunk of time. And it would have to be something where I pause the timer to go to sleep. I'm not doing a 24-hour stream ever again. But thank you for the posture check. Cheers. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna raid Bull. We're gonna raid Bull Pixie. Mom would likely need to halt her D&D games. Yeah, I'd have to take a hiatus from my D&D stuff, which, you know, would
or only
suck.
Pick one, which would be, nightmare-inducing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's like choosing between your own children.
Exactly. Yes. Precisely. Yes.
Comes into factors. Which character do I like playing the least? Which group do I gel with the least? Which one do I do the least stuff in?
And
which one isn't being streamed on Teeny's channel?
Yeah. See. If
By the way, that session was hilarious.
Oh god, it just keeps being good. I'm so excited. No sleep stream with VODs playing. I mean, we could do that. Oh my god, we could do that. I could go back and get my like old as shit VODs. Cause how far back do I have saved? Because I know I didn't start out exporting them to YouTube because I didn't realize I could do that. And like there's things like my original, like my first year streams, a lot of them are just gone forever. My debut stream is gone to the ether because I didn't know how to set up Twitch to save things.
Mine too.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is probably for the best because I was so nervous. I was talking up here the whole time and I didn't even notice it. And then I listened back to it and I was like, wow, I sound like inhaled helium. Metal Gear Rising. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's an oldie. That's a while back. Yeah, and then there's my birthday stream from the first year of me streaming where I said, fuck it, it's my birthday, I do what I want. And I spent 14 hours playing through the entirety of Fragile Dreams on the Wii. It was fantastic.
My birthday stream back in March when I was doing the 7.2 stuff on launch day. Conveniently for me, I was dead during the trial, and everybody else was panicking and not rezzing people. And that's when the maintenance crew came through my apartment to do the unclogging of the dust pipes of my laundry machine.
Oh no!
So it's good that I muted myself because I was not doing anything because I was dead, and it was noisy as fuck.
Oh hell!
Well, that's just perfect confluence of things, you know?
Yeah. Also, I checked. The oldest VOD is actually not Revengeance. The oldest upload is Revengeance because I had a little blooper moment and I decided to use that as a test upload because YouTube wasn't letting me upload for a while. So the first actual VOD that is posted to my YouTube is the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. April 8th,
is that good?
Oh my, it's so funny. It's really fucking funny.
I hear it's quick too, like what, 4 hours maybe?
Oh yeah. Very, very quick. I had to do it in 2 sessions just because I was playing it with the person I was dating at the time, Tetra. And she ended work a lot later than I did at that part of the year.
Checks out. Oh, I just had an idea for the VOD idea. Subathon, play Endwalker live. VODs of Petacone videos for double the emotional damage.
Yeah. No, the oldest 14 VOD that I have is Heading into Heaven's Word. It like back in Heaven's Word when I first started getting my my stuff exported. If Mama permits my asking in relation to Tetra. Yeah, you can ask whatever you want. I don't mind. I don't mind. Oh, Mystic, I can't hear you. If
Oh, I'm
you were
not talking.
Oh, okay. I moused over Discord, and I think it did that thing where it was like showing me a snapshot from earlier, so it looked like it was just the. You know how sometimes when Discord's screwing up, it'll just have the green ring permanently around someone?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it looked like when I hovered over Discord, so I was like, oh, fuck!
No, I was busy cycling through glams
Ah.
because I dig this site.
Yeah. And yeah, to what Cheese is saying, Tetra is my ex. She was that old relationship I was talking about before. So she is
from,
in
from our conversations tonight and VODs I've watched, I have picked up that little bit of backstory.
Yeah. Cheese just wanted to make sure everyone was on the up and up. So though that might be a little awkward, but there are streams where she's just there. So I don't think I'd be able to dodge that fully, and that's okay. Honestly, just hooking up all of the 14 streams and have that just be the playlist for while I'm sleeping would be really funny. Can't remember what you were doing when I woke up to your stream. Something in ARR. Oh, probably. Oh, yeah. First 14 stream VOD that I have saved down in YouTube land is April 10th, 2023, heading back into Heaven's Word.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. And Star Rail, I don't think I have the first. I don't think I have the first VOD of me playing that, but the second Star Rail VOD that I have uploaded was getting to Eurillo 6.
So basically just like after the space station tutorial bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my god.
And also based on my Star Rail stream this month, or earlier this week, it's very convenient the way I've been treating your streams as second content while I've been drinking, because I remember fucking nothing about the Grove section of 3.1.
Perfect.
So it's all fresh to me except for Max as a thing.
Love that. That works out great. What was your actual first ever stream? Was it a Genshin series? So before VTubing, it was actually playing original paper, like a what's it called when it's not like the actual game and you had to download it to play it?
Emulate.
Thank you. It was an emulation of the first Paper Mario game that I played with Tetra, because when I first started streaming, we were doing it together.
I remember emulating Paper Mario back in high school on a freaking N64 emulator on a flash drive.
Oh, nice.
It's a problem because there were some parts of it that didn't emulate well across, like anything that had to do with charging a bar. The bar wouldn't fill, so it was complete guesswork.
Oh, no.
Hey, you know what? It was janky, but you know what? Paper Mario, well, at least the first two still slap.
Yeah, no. One day I want to go and try to play through that whole game from the beginning again, just because I don't remember a lot of it, because it's been so long.
Yeah, you know, with the Switch 2 coming out and having the GameCube emulation, I know they're going to have the big name ones, but also I hope more for some of the more niche ones. Like, there's this very niche GameCube game from 2003 or something, maybe 4 or 5, but it was called Custom Robo. I have no idea if anybody had ever played this, but
I never played it, but I know the name.
It was really, really fun because it was kind of like Pokemon that way, where if you were fighting someone, you would engage in a battle, but the battle was with little 3-foot-tall Gundam machines.
Yeah.
And the combat played like a freaking Gundam game.
Oh my god, that's right. I just looked it up. Yeah. Oh wow. Man. Oh, there are so many good old games that it's just near impossible to play legally.
Yeah, say what you will about Nintendo, but unfortunately, backwards compatibility is not exactly what I would call a strong suit of their library.
No, it's not. And that's why when they announced the Switch 2, my first thought was, oh god, are they gonna make it so I can't play any of my old games if I get this?
Well, I've also learned my lesson where it's like, I remember like my brother and I, we sold our SNES to buy an N64, not realizing the mistake we were making down the line.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, well, nowadays at SNES, it's easy to emulate stuff or do it officially through the SNES thing on the Switch.
That's true. That's true. Before Mama had her birthday reading story things, the first idea was not Mama's home. It was a change from first draft. Aw, that's the night. Hello. I'm so sorry. We're about to end stream. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the raid. It's good to see you guys. Hello. I'm so sorry. Hey, Zephyr. Hey, Wicked Plague Doctor. Hi, guys. Fudge. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Welcome to what my timing feels like 95% of the time.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go on a journey, is all. We're just gonna go on a journey together. It'll be great. But I am gonna still make sure you get a shout
I'm your
out.
new captain. I'll be taking you up the river.
Yeah! I'm still making sure you get a shout out though. Make sure to check out Night Sound. He does D&D games and they're cool. Yeah, it looks like Pixie is on break right now. Do we want to raid her while she's on break, or do we want to raid somebody else? Because I know Melanie Papon is playing Noida. Scott Falco is playing Zelda Wind Waker Randomizer with crowd control.
Oh, sweet Jesus, do that.
Okay.
For the chaos, if nothing else.
Will do, Scott. Oh my god, I just opened it up to make sure he wasn't about to leave, and he's Goku. Okay, yeah, no, yep. Yep. Oh, man. I agree, Cheese. That was a very sweet story, and I really like how it turned out. I liked it a lot. Okay, we're gonna raid Scott Falco. I would, as tempted as I am, to stay up and just keep going because fuck it. I'm tired as hell. I'm so fucking tired. Which sucks, but it is what it is. There we go. I'm so fucking tired, I'm dead. Time to conk. It is. Alright, we're gonna hop on over to Scott Falco. He's a cool person who does cool animations and such. I am a fan of his content, and I think he's pretty cool. So let's get that raid started. Thank you. By the way, before I do that, because I always end up talking too much when I do this, thank you, Motto and Mystic, for being here tonight. It's been so fun.
No problem. I haven't heard anything from Motto for a second. His thing may have come unplugged. It might be another reason that I heard from Zen while we were muted last time, so.
Entirely possible. Motto is a fellow EP bitch with a full-time job, as am I, so. On occasion, nap time happens, and that's just fine, and I'm jealous. All right. And thank you to chat for being here. It's always so lovely getting to see you and hang out with you. I hope you guys have fun over at Scott Falco's place. Be nice, be good, be respectful. I know you will, because y'all are good kids. Bye-bye. Just a warning, I will not be at the Dark Heresy game over at Kieran's on Sunday. The game is still going. I just won't be able to make it because I have to do stuff.
Hashtag real life always wins.
Yeah. So I will see you guys again on Monday. We will be doing silly stuff on Monday. It'll be more Star Rail because I have plot to get through and not yap. I'll see you guys then. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.